All right.
Bunch
Well,
of gay dudes.
We're live.
Bouncing the ball.
And no, you know what? I'll answer your question about the fucking Dodgers. Yeah, we're down 1-2. That's all right. We got this.
Yeah, your
shit.
wife
Fuck
was
you,
going
Abe.
down on my dick. Yeah.
First off, you don't have a dick, and my wife is right there in my bed. So
Yeah, it's probably bigger than yours, bitch.
Welcome to the Red Eye. This is Mad Dog Productions, and thank you,
I'm
Wolfshot.
fucking drunk. I like to fuck shit up.
Heil Hitler.
Yeah,
Gas
cabbage.
the Jews.
Okay, well, since these guys are assholes, I did set up a Streamlabs account.
Hold on.
Look, yeah.
I'm not racist. I love black people. I think everyone should own one.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Bloody hell.
And they make for good eats. They make for good eats.
And into cannibalism, the cabbage goes.
So, yeah. So there's
At least it's not a vegetarian.
Oh, fuck a vegetarian.
Well, you know, you can have
man.
salad. You know, a little bit of
There's
French mayonnaise.
Yeah, since you know these guys on the Red Eye love to get me demonetized, you want to help me out? There it is.
Like you're getting fucking monetized, bitch.
Yeah, it's never gonna happen.
Well, yeah, I have videos.
No,
that
it's
are
comedic content. There is no reason that they should demonetize you. You
kidding.
just have to go 18 or above. You know, you just
kidding.
have to put your age group in.
Oh, here's a fucking story for you, Mad Dog. So I followed this guy on YouTube. His name is Deer Meat for Dinner, right? And he shows hunting videos and skinning and field dressing deer and shit. And basically, he's been in a fight with YouTube all week. And basically, the last thing YouTube said to him was, "We don't want hunting videos on YouTube."
Whoa, wait a minute.
We are
What?
demonetizing every hunting channel on YouTube.
Why? Are they like controlled by PETA? What's going on?
I
here?
don't know. They don't want guns and violence and
trauma of seeing something like actually seeing what you have to eat.
Here,
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna link you
it's
the video
pathetic,
to
isn't
this
it?
dude.
There's
And
the
he's in a
article I found.
he's in a legal battle with them right now.
It's fine, yeah, but if you go around a supermarket and you show, you know, all of the shrink wrap pieces of chicken, where did they come from? But if you show the process, that'll get banned, right? You don't want to see the process. You just want to see the end product. Aesthetic. Fucking children.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you got your 80 pounds of deer meat coming. Is that arrived yet? Wolf?
Yeah, I got 80 pounds of deer meat coming.
You got it.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. You know, dry cure some of that. You know, age some of it. You know, what are you gonna do with it?
I assume she's going to eat pretty much all of it.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
no.
gonna. Oh yeah, it's lasting a year. We're gonna make it. We're gonna.
You said 2 years yesterday. Make your mind up.
Well,
Well,
no,
I'm drunk right now, so
she's
forgive me.
She's hungry. She'll get the fucking dude. Come on now. Now, anyway. No, so what about survivalist channels? Is that the next to go? Because they'll teach you how
Fishing
to
channels
craft.
would be the next to go, man.
Already done it. Already done it. The survivalist ones have already been, you know, disconnected pretty much. Loads of those have been shut down.
Well, that's
survivalist ones.
Well, no,
if they're even remotely, I mean, if they have a political slant or anything like that, they're gone. Goodbye.
Well, that's ridiculous. I mean,
yeah, Bear Grylls is going to be off YouTube.
Well, no,
Oh
but look
shit!
at the,
He deleted.
well,
YouTube fucking deleted the video. God damn.
Yeah.
Ah.
No,
They
but
will.
check it out. No, but check it out. If you look at the political climate of today, a survivalist channel would do really good, and it would get a lot of ads.
Exactly.
So that would be good for YouTube and good for the channel.
Yes, but they don't care. YouTube has never made any money, don't forget. And they're actually undermining their own ability to make money. This is not about profit margins. This is about political, you know, like sensibilities. This is social engineering.
No, I think
It's
you're
clear, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. But my point would be even more obvious than that. So let's say, like, my dog was acting weird earlier today, right? He was hiding under my desk. He's never really done that. And
Yeah,
I was
stop
like, what's
beating him.
going on? Are we going
When
to
did
have.
you stop beating your dog?
I don't beat my dog, all right? But no, it was weird. And I remembered. No, but let me finish. I remembered that, animals will act weird before a natural disaster. I was like, well, I looked at my wife, was like, well, shit. What if an earthquake is coming? You know what I mean? What would we do? Half the kids are playing outside. We got the babies in high chairs and like TVs and shit on the wall. you know, like that would be pretty bad. And he was acting really weird. Nothing happened, obviously, but still, a survivalist channel would do good. The big one is supposed to hit the Northwest any year. You know what I mean? It's overdue. So I just think it's ridiculous to say they're right wing and extremists. No, they're just telling
No, of
you,
course they're not.
have the proper supplies and know what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, the thing is, if you live in an area that is prone to something, I mean, even like the fires that are happening in California, right? You want to have some kind of, you need to have a contingency plan. That's just fucking basic, common sense. So the idea that anyone who stocks up on, some foods and things like that, especially if you're like, I mean, if you're around Yellowstone, well, it wouldn't really matter because you
Well, yeah, if that goes off, you're not.
yeah, it's good night, Vienna.
Oh, and here's another tidbit. Kid Rock is not running for Senate. That was all a ploy for his new album, coming out November 4th.
Damn right. I almost wanted to call that, but I didn't because I was
Thank
hoping.
fucking
really
God. He
No,
was
no.
on Howard Stern and he's like, fuck no, I ain't running. That's the dumbest shit. That's how gullible you motherfuckers are. Hilarious.
Exactly. But the thing is, and look how long you let it play though.
I didn't let it play shit.
No, I'm saying, look how long he let it play. That idea was out there. That was
Because he was
something
advertising
fucking
for his
reasonable.
new album. That's
Exactly. Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's just the stupidity of the people who are willing to buy into the bullshit.
Yeah, Mad Dog. Good for you.
That was mean.
No, wait.
Little burn child.
I kind of expected him to run. I'll be honest with you. In today's environment, what would be wrong with him running?
Well,
Anybody could run.
Oh, he's a real fucking winner.
Well, I mean,
yeah, but I mean, no. If you can have Arnold Schwarzenegger and you can have fucking Donald Trump, I mean, anyone's fucking fair game. I mean, why not?
Let's get the retard in the fucking wheelchair to run. Hell yeah, MAGA.
Yeah, Timmy.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about FDR? No.
Get Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber.
Yeah, let's get Justin Bieber in that. Let's get Beyonce. Let's get fucking Beyonce in that bitch, or Kanye West, or any other those fucking dumbass motherfuckers that is actually.
Yeah, but the weirdest thing is if you were to do that, but you also had a cartoon character with Timmy, right? He'd probably fucking win. Timmy.
No, but
he'd
you
win.
Though. MP, tell me the FDR joke didn't fall flat with you. You caught that, right?
I caught it.
Yeah, it just sucked.
Yeah, it's just bad. Just a bad.
No, that's
joke.
a great joke.
I'm getting
great
more
joke.
beer because
poor delivery.
You're British. You don't know what.
No. Well, apparently your American colleagues agree with me, so fuck you.
Well, fuck them too. They're probably after.
Well, apparently you got to fuck their world. It's only you who thought it was funny.
All going for Houston.
Well, why are you so contrarian today, Cabbage? It's like you're on attack
don't
mode.
know.
You're worse than me.
I know. I think I'm on my period.
Must be what it is.
Cabbage, good job.
Bleeding cabbage.
No, Cabbage, you got my wife to laugh. Good job.
That's because Cabbage needs Jesus. If Cabbage doesn't have Jesus, don't you know, he's gonna die in the thorough fire. Oh, sorry. Hi, guys.
Who the fuck gave this guy to the league?
Hallelujah!
You're gonna have to change your you're gonna have to change your avatar and put on the red leaf cabbage when you're in this kind of a mood.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
I need the red eyes instead of blue eyes.
Well, cabbage is on his period right now, so I told him he has to change.
Brown eye.
Yeah, it's gonna be red eyes.
The shocker, huh?
Hey, Freighter, are you gonna get your sexy sweet ass in here or what, girl? I'm waiting.
Deflator, yeah, deflator.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Oh, I'm not looking at the chat. I haven't seen deflator. Where have you been hiding?
Anyways, hey Mel, hey MC, Cabbage, motherfucking Wolf Shot, Dodge,
Yeah.
and all you rat bastards. What's up?
Hey, Sith. Yeah, yeah. You? Life treating you well?
Yeah. Apparently I was pissing people off on the what fucking stream was that, Wolf Shot?
I was fucking Cog stream, man. Fucking fuck them, dude. Don't even worry about that shit.
I like Cog. Cog is awesome, but
No,
whoever
I
that
love
fucking,
Cog too, but fucking
that
fuck
dude
that.
was a fucking idiot.
Oh, I'm gonna fight you in real life. I'm gonna fight you in real life. Yeah, internet tough guys, man. They're great.
Right? Fuck that place. We just like to have fun. I mean, come on, we can give each other shit. What the fuck's so wrong with that?
Well, I was about to, smack him in the face with my dick. He wouldn't have liked that too much.
Yeah.
Wait, though, like, you know what I don't get about the whole YouTube thing where I'm gonna fight you in real life? So you're gonna pay $300 for a ticket, fly down there, get your ass handed to you, and fly home. Like, really?
Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah, and the thing is, you get American people saying it's not $300. Get to the UK.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You know what I mean? Yeah, your ass handed you. Then you got to pay your fucking insurance costs. For the damage done, and then have a casket returned to the US.
Yeah, cause I'll fucking beat you to death with these fists. I don't fucking have to pull a gun on nobody.
Isn't it like $700 to get a ticket from, say, the UK to here?
It's more like
Yeah.
$1,200.
Well, it depends. If you want to go real economy, you can get it for around 700. Yeah. Well, depending on season, obviously. Holidays.
There's a lot of things. It depends how far out
You can get it for
book
about
it,
300.
I really don't want to. Knowing me going to England, that should be like Castaway. Fuck all that.
Well, if you go in that way, the only
Castaway.
place you're going to land
That's
is
all right.
Iceland.
We'll give
I
you-
can't see the Castaway happening in Iceland.
No, there
Did
would
you
be
not know?
Castaway.
With a-
No, you don't know. There would be Castaway, and I would have to fuck the goddamn soccer ball or some shit.
Don't you realise? Well, you get, did you not get every British Airways flight? You get a free soccer ball.
A free what?
Soccer ball.
Just in case.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, just in case.
Hey Mel, what's the farthest you've been out of America?
What's that?
I said, what's the farthest? Where have you traveled outside? Have you traveled outside of America? Is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Hey, Seth, take your face away from the fucking mic.
Yeah. Yeah. Stop eating the microphone.
Is that better?
yes.
Well.
I've been to Japan. I've been to South Korea. I've been to China. I have been to the Philippines. I have been to Qatar. I have been to Abu Dhabi. I have been to Australia. I have been to India. I have been to going across the pond. I have been to France. I have been to Turkey. I have been to England. I have been to
Yeah.
Is my mic better,
See,
guys?
this is the problem with people who are tourists. They go to somewhere.
I just
No,
read
wait.
it.
Travel anywhere.
No,
I mean, it's all related to the military. is
No,
why I
but
was-
Melissa,
yeah.
you went to Iran? Are you a spy?
No, I didn't go to Iran. I said Egypt.
She's
Oh,
Navy,
well,
dude.
that doesn't undermine that concept.
Close enough. You got turned by the Egyptians, didn't you?
So
Conrad
Mel,
was close.
you were in the military, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. Which branch?
U.S. Navy.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Hi, Watcher, by the way.
Hi, everybody.
Oh,
Hey, girl.
Crater. Hello.
Thank
No.
How are you?
Save
No,
me.
Where have you been hiding?
Oh, sweetie, I've had back problems for like 2 weeks. Been going to the chiropractor and just like taking it easy.
no,
I'll
but
help you. I'll save you.
Yeah, well, speaking doesn't take an awful lot of back effort.
oh, shut up, Cabbage. We're about ready to waterboard Melissa. That's what's going on.
So no, I got the
Actually,
alert.
if you waterboard the freighter, it might actually sort out a bag.
Come on.
No, I got the alert and I saw Cabbage and MC. I'm like, Friday night cage fight. I'm in.
Yeah, and MC is feeling particularly spicy tonight. And I'm drunk as fuck.
Tasty meat.
It's not that I'm so
think
much
we're-
feisty. I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
we're
you're
all
always
a little
tired,
bit
MC. You never
rowdy tonight.
sleep.
Well, this last time, I've had like 5 hours of sleep in the last 72 hours, and not all of it consecutively.
Well, let's see. Put the 8-ball down. All right.
That's good.
Hey, you guys are all talking about like the YouTube revenue and everybody getting demonetized, even like innocuous channels. And I know Mad Dodge, you like baseball, and we were watching the World Series tonight on our local Fox channel.
Oh,
And,
fuck me.
No, but let me just finish. Everywhere, plastered around the stadium, is this YouTube TV logos, and they go to a commercial break, and the World Series sponsored by YouTube TV, and then they run an ad, and they're basically like, cut your cable, buy YouTube TV for $35 a month, and get all of our quality products, sponsored by Major League Baseball. And I'm like, bingo, bam.
Yeah.
That's why everybody's getting demonetized. Nobody's going to make any money unless you're part of the people that are in the $35 a month approved content creators.
The traitor, I said this about 5-8 years ago. I said that this is exactly the point, that all they're trying to do is accumulate enough of an audience. It's a loss leader, right? That's the reason that YouTube's never made any fucking money.
Okay,
it's a loss leader.
Okay, but
they're developing a platform and an industry, and so they want to become cable effectively. They are going to be,
but they're actually rolling out the advertising for it now.
Absolutely, yeah. Now they're making it obvious.
You guys, I want to touch on a different point in the World Series. That I want to
fuck off with your baseball.
No, it has
to give a shit.
First off, the bloody Astros won, which pisses me off.
You and your bloody spandex fucking fetish.
They're not wearing spandex, dude.
Well, I don't care. They're wearing tight. I don't know, whatever it is that attracts you to them.
Soccer's a girl game. Anyway.
Well, yeah, it is. Exactly. Rugby is a man's game.
Cabbage, I guess they call them like mandex because they're not really spandex.
No, on baseball,
I don't know.
They're button-up fucking slacks, dude. I played baseball. They're fucking not spandex.
Fucking slacks. Well, they're fucking tight fitting. Anyway, look, whatever your fetish is.
They're made of polyester, Cabbage.
That way you slide to the baseball. But that's not my point.
Artificial materials. Well, it isn't your point, but it's my point.
No, wait. Hey, Cabbage. Cabbage. Stop. Give me a second.
Shit, I start a fucking sports war and I make one comment about YouTube. What the hell?
No,
yeah, but at least your point is important. Your point's important.
I was talking about YouTube and advertising and demonetization.
Exactly.
I wasn't trying to.
That's a significant point. His fucking personal fetish with, his
Cabbage.
His outfit. Yeah.
Cabbage.
You're a sick dude.
Cabbage.
You have issues. You have issues. Address them.
All right, I'm gonna hit the button.
Yo.
I love Cabbage's conclusions.
All right. So this is what I saw at the World Series. You know what I saw? I saw a real bald eagle.
You saw a lot of dudes running around.
Cabbage, shut up.
I saw a real bald eagle fly around the park. I saw the American flag, and I saw nobody kneeling for the national anthem. I say that is America's pastime. Thank you very much.
You saw a bald eagle fly over the park in Houston?
They did, and they had a catcher there, and he actually caught the bald eagle on his arm.
It was a it was a trained eagle in the stadium then.
That's right, yeah. And all my kids were watching. They were like, "Wow!" and like that was really cool.
Yeah.
And no single player was kneeling during national anthem. None.
All right, let me tell you a fucking story about the Chicago Blackhawks that just happened. So they wheeled out a World War II veteran onto the ice, and the two team captains, Shaw and Kane, helped him up and saluted the flag as they played the national anthem. No one kneeled, no one did shit, but put their hands over their hearts and held this gentleman to salute the flag. Fuck baseball.
Why fuck baseball?
No!
It was a girls' game anyway. It was originally a girls' game. It's called Rounders. Look it up.
No, first off, it came from.
It's not a girls' baseball, Cabbage. You take that back.
It's a girls' game. It's called Rounders.
No, you're wrong. Those are fighting words.
It is. It came from France, and they turned into Rounders, which went over to America.
That's
from
it.
The UK,
You're gonna have to fly to Oregon.
and they ended up.
You know what? Those YouTube people.
Fucking pansies.
I'm gonna knock you
Shut
out.
up.
See, this is my power. I just say 3 sentences and start shit.
There you go.
You're an agent of chaos.
You see, look at her. She's
Hockey is more American than your ass.
No, you are the Asian provocateur.
Hockey is fucking Canadian. It is
Yeah,
not American.
we've got a bunch of Canadians respecting our fucking flag more so than fucking Americans. What does that goddamn say?
No, my
and Patrick
point
are Americans, you fuck.
No, you're messing up my point. My point was.
We just don't care about your point.
We don't know your point. Your point's irrelevant. It's just fucking baseball. Baseball's irrelevant, therefore the point's irrelevant.
Baseball
is definitely not irrelevant.
Thank you.
Really? Why not?
Because it is, as Dodge said, it's an American pastime. I got a story for you guys. All right, when I played Little League, I grew up and we had. Well, fine. You tell a story, Wolfshot.
I just did.
We'll tell another one.
Jesus, what is this?
What do you want me to do?
Okay, I'll tell you a time about rugby. How about that? Something which actually has some fucking balls to it.
No, wait a minute. No, we're done. We're going to Maggot Baby.
Story time.
The group chat.
That's it. We're going to Maggot Baby.
Hey, Oz, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Hey, Oz.
Yeah, good.
Hey, Oz,
Good.
what's
Good
up,
to see you again.
motherfucker?
My favorite
All right.
Australian man
All right,
is.
so I'm going to screen share. That way you guys can see the lovely couple who spawned Maggot Baby.
I don't want to see the baby, though. Do I have to see the fucking
No,
baby?
Is it going to be gross? Do I need to brace myself?
I don't want to see
baby.
something breaching.
No, see, look at these two lovely people. They look normal, right?
Oh, damn it. Oh, shit.
This kind of crap.
Yeah, okay, so Diane Harris is 20. Zachary Cohen, that douchebag.
Diane Harris. That's going back a while.
Cheyenne Harris. They were charged with first-degree murder and child endangerment, which I don't know why the child endangerment needs to be there, because they killed the child. It was child murder, not endangerment.
I guess the endangerment comes from like the before the child died because it had to sit there and was abandoned, is my guessing.
Yeah, I suppose.
This is about the baby that was left in the baby swing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, I fucking read this. This is disgusting. I don't want to hear it.
They left the kid in a
The baby had maggots crawling on its body. It's gross.
We're gonna have to force ourselves through it real quick. Gonna have to.
Nothing good. Yeah, but what's the point of your message? Right? We know some.
No, I'm sorry. This really
thing.
fucks with me because, like, you know, I babysit my 9-month-old and 4-month-old or 4-year-old grandson and granddaughter twice a week, and the thought of people doing this shit with a 3-week-old baby, a 3-month-old baby, excuse me, is just beyond. I don't want to get filled with rage. Sorry.
Right, well,
I hate to. I don't want to use the T word. I don't want to use the T word.
Well, I slowly scroll through it. We will go ahead and skip it for your sake. But I think these people, I was trying to do a video called People Who Deserve to Die, and they were going to be number one. So,
that is a very scary
like
video.
Mad Dodge.
I wouldn't disagree
like
with
Mad
you
Dodge,
on that one.
I'll take everybody to a different story. Like 29 years ago, I had to deal with covering information about a case of a guy that took his 2 children on Thanksgiving Day, and he worked at a foundry, and he put them in the furnace and turned the furnace on.
Oh, hell no.
Seriously, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's out there, it's everywhere. It's been forever, and it's.
Yeah, the trouble is though. Yeah, but no. But let's not forget, defractor. These are, I mean, they are. You know, these are fairly. I think there's 7 billion people on the planet.
Well, I think
and
we
it's
all
only these
agree.
people who get focused upon, right? So it's only like the
My point
but the
is
weird
we
thing
all
is that it promotes people.
Abbott, shut up for a
No,
second.
my point is we all agree what the
Fuck off.
punishment should be. It should be death and be done with them. Okay, so we
Yeah.
so the clear message is you even ponder, consider, and act like this. You know what your consequence is going to be. There will be no mercy.
Yeah, no, exactly. I have no problem
Everybody
with
gets
the
into
death
the
penalty.
excuses as to why the criminal did this to the child. That's moot. You did it. You're going to pay the penalty. Done.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll work it out afterwards.
No.
Right? We'll work out how we can avoid it in the future, but you did it, and so we're going to deal with what that person did, and you get rid of it.
But I disagree. I believe motive is a very deciding factor.
You know, Mad Dodge, I'll give you a perfect example of this. Right, there is a study that was done. It was called the Silver Fox Experiment. And it was basically trying to domesticate foxes. That was the whole point, right? And so you go through these different people who, you know, well, the different foxes. And eventually you can actually end up with, you know, sanitized foxes that can act as pets, you know, effectively like dogs. But the weird thing was that during the process, they actually changed their pelts became silver, which is why it was called the Silver Fox Experiment. You can look it up if you don't believe me. It's
When was this done, Cabbage?
Yeah, but the same thing is, yeah, but it was done back, I think, in 1990s, 1980s,
I think I remember
1990s.
that.
The 60s.
Yeah.
It was the 60s.
Was it the 60s? Really, that long ago?
Yeah, it took
Holy
forever to do that.
Yeah, well, I know it started in the 60s, but when they actually released the, there was a documentary about it, I think, which came out in the 1990s, 1980s, something like that. But, you know, it shows that, you know, that there are, you know, it's sort of like duplication of these things. So it's not as cut and dried as you think it is.
Okay, so Dodge, what was the original talking points that we were on tonight?
Well, it was about the baby, which we skipped, and now we shall go to Catalonia declared independence. They literally said,
Catalina wine mixer.
"No, will you give me?"
All right, Cabbage is out of the gate now. Let's hear it. Come on.
Well, wait a minute. Let me finish.
Hey.
Let me finish. They literally said, "Fuck off to Spain. Come and get us."
Yeah.
And
good. And I
no. Fuck you, Cabbage. You can wait a second. MC, how is that going to work out?
They're going to be crushed.
Yeah.
The Spanish government is going to has already stated that they're going to dissolve their parliament. They said they're going to call for new elections, and if it's going to come down to who's going to have the most force, and Catalonia doesn't have it.
Well, MC 1,000%. MC's 1,000% right.
No, wait a minute.
No, technically speaking, that's true.
Wait a minute.
Technically speaking, that's true, but you're forgetting Article 5 of the European Union, the Lisbon Treaty. See, you're forgetting that, because technically Catalonia is they have the ability to call upon the support of every other country within the European Union.
They have to be recognized as a country, and they're not.
No, they are. They're in the same way as Scotland. They actually have the same status as Scotland did during the their independence vote. So they actually do.
So, in other words, Cabbage, are they stuck under the EU? My question.
Yes, they are. Absolutely. Totally under the EU. Yeah. I mean, Spain is under the EU and Catalonia is under Spain. And that's the whole point, that Spain is meant to come in under Article 5 and act as an arbitration.
The other countries, regardless of what the European Union articles say, okay, the other countries have already stated that that they side with Spain in this regard. All right, and that
which other countries? I haven't heard that.
Britain said it along with the United States and several other nations.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have.
Britain hasn't said that they're supporting Spain over Catalonia. I've not heard that.
Watch how this thing plays out.
When I heard it.
Actually, Cabbage,
who's going to go to war?
Did a good one. This. I'm sorry, MC. Go ahead, bro.
Who's going to go to war for Catalonia? Who's going to put military forces?
Well, exactly. But the point is, but it's not going to be a war.
No,
I mean, obviously, it's not going to be a war.
No, wait a minute, though. Now,
it'll be a civil conflict.
It's already war, Cabbage. The cops are fucking shooting people for trying to vote.
They're not. No, they weren't shooting people, but they were certainly beating people. We know that. I mean, we've seen the videos. I mean, look at Simon Harris's stuff. I mean, it was pretty hideous what they did in voting booths.
You guys, this is where me being in a bad mood actually comes in. Fuck that. Who will fight a war for Catalonia? Catalonia will, MC.
Exactly. I mean, that's
really. And how are they going to arm themselves?
Catalina wine mixer.
Fuck that.
How are they going to arm them?
Wait a minute.
What are they going to use?
Answer.
Look, the fact is that Spain doesn't have shit to utilize anyway.
Oh man.
I mean, realistically.
I have a question. I have a question for MC.
Catalonia is 10% of the economy. Catalonia is 10% of the economy. Right? The more damage they do to Catalonia, the more damage they do to their own economy, and their own economy is already
I hate to tell you this, but if they declare independence, then there's 0% of the economy.
No, that's the whole point, because they will still be trading.
I
want
to ask him a question. Nobody's letting me talk.
Let the lady.
Oh, please, sorry. Come in, lady.
You may talking of.
I wanted to ask MC, in regards to like the United Nations, is Catalonia recognized as any kind of a sovereign nation, or would this be considered? Would this be considered an aggression against Spain, which has recognized sovereignty?
I don't think.
I don't understand. I don't understand militarily how that plays out.
In as far as politically playing out in the UN would they would be considered a breakaway province, and that's it.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same as Scotland, effectively. You know, because they are a semi-autonomous region. I think that's the technical definition for it.
Okay, I finally get to talk here. I would say people that gave the weapons to Iraqis would give their weapons to Catalonians. I say
for what purpose?
Oh, for independence, sir.
No. I mean, that
you're not tenuous, man.
You're not going to get.
Tenuous.
You're not going to be able to supply small arms.
Wait, you're telling me? Wait a minute. What do you mean? Look at the African continent. You're telling me you can't supply small arms to a resistance group?
There's a huge difference between the nations surrounding many of the African nations, all right, and the wide open spaces versus Catalonia.
Oh no! I mean, no. It depends on how it goes. If the Spanish become completely fucking, like fascistic again, and we go back to the Franco days, and they try and go for complete oppression, the people will rise up. There's no doubt about that. It will get violent. You can't imagine that that's not going to happen. Of course it will.
Catalonia already said
if the will of the people is totally.
And Spain has already said that they're not going to. They're going to dissolve. Okay. They're going to dissolve that. They're not going to recognize the Catalonian independence.
It doesn't matter what Spain wants to do. If Catalonia wants to do something
it makes a huge difference what Spain wants to do.
No, you know what? You heard it here first. The Mad Libertarian. I am the host of the Redeye fucking stream. I say fuck Spain.
Occasionally.
I say fuck Spain.
You plan on going over there? You plan on going over there yourself and defending them?
No, that's the whole point. They will defend themselves. The whole thing is that when Spain makes a total fucking clusterfuck of it.
I can tell you right now that that's not going to happen. You can say that they want to defend
the only thing that
they don't have the arms, they don't have the ability, they don't have the military to defend themselves. With the people,
but it's not going to be. It's not a military conflict.
Watch how this plays out.
Shit.
This is not a military conflict, for fuck's sake.
No, wait a minute, though. America didn't have the arms or the navy to defeat the British.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. This isn't a fucking military conflict.
It will become one.
No, it won't.
Let me finish my pissed off rant. The fucking Afghanistans didn't have the military to defeat the Russians, and they did because of us. You think somebody won't ship arms into there, like Russia, to disrupt the EU?
How is Russia going to ship arms there?
Catalonia.
I don't give a fuck.
Russia ships arms nonetheless, dude. If
fucking you know Catalina wine mixer.
Russia can attempt to ship arms. Yes, Catalonia does have a port, but where that port is located, it's easy to blockade.
What exactly would be gained from a separate country?
I agree with Will Scott. Make some fucking sangria. Come on.
Alright, we're gonna do this one at a fucking time.
They couldn't barricade because the thing is, don't forget, you've also got Gibraltar just off the coast, and Britain's got a lot of interest in that. And so that would bring Britain into the whole equation.
Okay, well, wasn't it just a couple of months ago we were talking about Gibraltar being all up in arms against Spain, and now it's Catalonia? I mean, like,
and you know what
are the Catalonians stealing Gibraltar's thunder?
Well, no. I mean, Gibraltar. I mean, the thing is, Spain's got no fucking claim on it anyway. We bought the fucking thing, right? It's a rock. You know, we bought the bloody thing. We got the deeds. So, you know, but when you get these, you know, conflicts which are happening around, but at the end of the day, Catalonia only has two borders to, you know, well, it's basically south and southwest. You know, they're bordered on one side with the Mediterranean and the north side to, you know, France. So, I mean, if you're talking about a military conflict that would happen, which would never happen, it's not going to be a military conflict. It's going to be a civil conflict.
It already is, Cabbage. It already is.
Well, it has been for years. Catalonia. And
fuck up. The Spain police. The Spain police. The big Spain police. That would be like.
If you talk over him one more goddamn time, I swear to fucking God.
Who?
It doesn't matter. Just somebody go off on a point. And I forgot, Samaj was on the line. Hi, Samaj, by the way, my friend.
Hi.
How is Canada going?
All right. You've already got the Basque separatists.
Cabbage, shut the fuck
You've
up.
already got
Samaj, go.
You should fuck off. Right? And
okay, I'm sorry. Someone has to moderate this.
No bullshit. Fuck you.
Cabbage.
Right?
No, it's not that.
I have not been overwhelming in any way, shape, or form
during
this conversation. Right?
Okay.
No, fuck off.
Someone put a 1 in the side chat.
Right now, we're making a big issue out of nothing.
No,
right?
Oh, you're doing
so, no,
but
you
shut
look
the
at
fuck
the.
up and let
You're
other people talk.
You're the one who's fucking stopping the conversation from flowing.
No,
because you want to interfere. Now, what about the Basque separatists, which are also happening?
Guys,
look at fuck you, look, Wolf. You're the one who's just fucking moaning and moaning and moaning. Shut up, and then we can actually get on with the conversation.
Honey,
what about the Basque separatists? Shut up, Wolf.
If I can I? Yeah? Am I allowed to talk now?
Yeah, you can talk.
Can I do this?
Go.
All right.
Talk.
All right. The question, yeah. Now we're going. Now we're getting.
All right, we'll do
Cabbage,
the same
stop,
thing.
stop, Cabbage,
hey, everyone
stop.
can mute. Isn't that
let
fun?
Samaj talk.
Fuck off. Right? What about the fact that you got? It's not just
Cabbage.
Catalonia. You also have the northern, you got
Cabbage,
the
shut the
Basque
fuck up for 2
separatists.
minutes.
Shut up.
Fuck
What
you.
about the Basque separatists?
Mad Dog,
that are
take
going
control of
along
your
with it?
fucking stream.
Right? Nobody's even realizing that it's not just a single issue.
Cabbage is muting in 3, 2, 1.
No, nobody's muting. It ain't being muted. No. You see, this is the whole point. Play your games. Play your games. You get nowhere.
Hey, you know what?
I think this is hilarious.
You know what? How about we let Cabbage go? How about he'll run out of wind eventually. You'll run out of wind eventually.
No, I'm just saying, right? If you're looking at the what's happening in Catalonia, I mean, if you actually want any information rather than just random bullshit.
Well, I mean,
right? You're looking at what's happening in Catalonia.
Oh my
and the
god.
Fact that oh my god, yeah, right. You know any shit whatsoever, Wolf.
Well,
right.
Okay.
You got Catalonia, which is currently defending itself. Yeah, fuck
Can
off.
I ask you something? That
you also have the North. You got the Basque separatists. Do you know anything about the Basque separatists?
Can I ask you a question
Wolf?
there?
No.
Can I ask you? Can I ask a question to you? All right,
Please.
Cabbage. Are you? I hate it because it shouldn't be about you, but are you willing to have a conversation, or do you want a lecture?
No, I'd like to have a conversation, but I mean, I can't have one when I keep getting interrupted by telling me to shut the fuck up.
Because when when people have conversations, someone will say something, and then someone will say something else. The part of the thing is you actually see. Oh, right there is what we're trying to say is, can people finish their sentences? Are we allowed to finish our sentences with you around?
Oh, please stop being so fucking prissy.
I am. Well,
please,
yeah.
You know, there is a thing called conversation. There's a thing called banter, and there's a thing called fucking, you know.
Thing called talking your ass off. Let Samaj speak, you little bastard.
Jeez.
Shut up.
You see, there is several levels of things that you can do. You can have conversation, you can have banter, and you can have debate.
Old man yells at cloud.
Oh, fuck off. You see, that's the whole problem. We were talking about something substantive, and it turns into a fucking child, fucking 20-year-old.
Someone else talk,
people need to say.
Exactly, Cabbage. Take a breath and chill for a minute.
Fuck off! I was trying to have an actual. You see, yeah, blah blah blah. I can do it too. It's easy.
What a shit show.
So you can have.
Yeah, but I'm better at it.
Bullshit! It's all my fault. It disintegrated as soon as I came on. See, you enticed me and I fucked it all up.
You know what? If Mad Dog will control his fucking stream, I mean, I don't know.
All right. Well, is that fucking better?
Fuck off.
Yeah, it is. Thanks.
No.
Fuck you.
Okay, first of all.
Fuck you, Mad Dog.
No, first off,
it's a cheap shot, man. Yeah, and I'd like to say that I think that was a fucking cheap shot. Look,
the look on Melissa's face was fucking priceless. I'm sorry, Melissa was like.
So they engage with people, and then they don't like it when they don't get the answers that they want to fucking hear.
Cabbage, only your friends are going to tell you to shut up your rambling, okay?
Oh, really? So it's my friends that despise me.
We don't hate you.
No, we don't hate you. We just want a chance to talk.
Oh, fuck you. I mean, I've been...
Actually, I like it when Cabbage rambles on and I just enjoy the shit show.
Okay, goddamn.
See?
I am...
There's value in that nonsense.
I agree. I totally agree with you, dear. I'm usually here for the MC and Cabbage cage match.
Okay, well...
Well, some people are trying to make points, that's all.
Well,
yes, well, I'm trying to make a point because I was trying to expand it out into the
You've
fact
been making the point for an hour now, bitch.
Bullshit. I barely engaged in it. I said about Catalonia. It's not just Catalonia. It's also about the northern provinces of Spain.
Can we get to the point where there's not 6 people talking at once?
No.
That's all. There's a lot of people who could be listening to this, and if they're listening to 6 people talk at the same time, it's not going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
The question I wanted to ask is that there was a question about arms coming in from different parts of the country. What is to be gained? Let's say if the UK or whoever wanted to participate in this Catalonia debate, please. or not debate, I guess conflict, if you will. What could be gained?
Well, first off, I want to throw out there, I have never muted anybody before, but this is getting ridiculous. All right.
Well, fuck you, Matt. Yeah, so I'm the first person you muted.
Fuck you, Matt.
Yeah, fuck me, dude. When I agree with you.
Yeah, fuck you, prick.
Yeah, fuck me. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'd fuck you.
Fuck you sideways.
Mad Dog, I'd fuck you.
But you know what? You know who would ship arms in there? Arms dealers. You know why? Because they like money.
Like I ran into.
Sell arms.
Shock points that will create a massive disaster and spread. And you know what a shock point is? Catalonia. That would be my answer. Go ahead. I've never met it before, so
the problem with that idea is you still got to ship the arms into there, and you're going to have to use something more substantial than light firearms.
So I have a question. I have a legitimate question. So do you think Iran or Iraq would supply weapons to Catalonia?
How would they fuck?
How could they get? It isn't a matter of who would want to. It isn't just a matter, I should say, of who would want to do it. Iran and Iraq probably wouldn't. North Korea probably would attempt it.
It's the logistics of the situation.
Correct, because how are they going to get heavy weapons in there? You're not just talking.
The thing is,
well, I'm just saying proximity. I'm just saying they're the close.
Well, yeah, but you got to move in heavy equipment because
that's what I'm saying.
The population is going to be dealing sooner or later. The population is going to be dealing with their armed forces, and they're going to be dealing with tanks, and they're going to be dealing with artillery.
It's not going to be that kind of conflict. This is like Scotland versus England during the independence thing.
All right.
I mean, did you see anyone thinking that the Scottish were going to get fucking arms from Libya?
Catalonia? When do you see Catalonia backing down?
Oh God! Well, we didn't think Scotland was going to back down. We knew that Scotland was going to choose whatever it wanted to do. But nobody fucking thought that anyone was putting arms.
Nobody thought Brexit was going to happen
into Scotland from Libya.
And a lot of people never realized that the American Civil War was going to happen either.
Nonsense.
I think you're.
God, you all like to panic, don't you?
It's not a matter of panic. You got to be prepared for this. They declared independence, and Spain said, "No, you're not." Now, what are you going to do?
Absolute bullshit. Look, at the end of the day, it will be done through negotiation. There will be conflict on the street. There'll be rioting, undoubtedly. There's going to be civil insurrection.
And as soon as that happens, the military...
But the idea that it's going to be a military conflict, like one versus the other, and there's going to be tanks in the streets and stuff like that. I mean, the Spanish, I wouldn't put it past them, obviously, Franco. Well, we talked about this several weeks ago. I said, the last thing we need is another Franco.
Well, if I was gonna guess, I'm going to cut in just after this one. If I was going to guess what's going to be the future of this, is that Spain will oppress Catalonia straight up, right? Will prevent them from doing anything. The economy will start tanking in Catalonia, and thus will start tanking in Spain. The European governments will take issue with this. And then what will happen is they'll ask the United Nations to start doing peacekeeping operations to reduce the amount of tiny little conflicts having in Catalonia. And at some point, the European Union will start talking with Spain, right, to get them to give Catalonia some kind of independence.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Spain has nothing to gain from it because it's only going to be... I mean, if they damage... Catalonia, there's 10% of their entire GDP.
So they're going to damage their own economy.
Yeah, so it's a kind of self-defeating
exercise. If they're independent, you're damaging it anyway. It isn't part of
their GDP. No, they're not, because they are part of the European Union. They don't want to separate from the European Union.
Let me talk real quick.
The reason...
Let me talk real quick, you guys. All right. So the same thing happened in the American Civil War. So the most of the GDP was coming from the South with exports, or most of the taxes with imports, really, the tariff.
Hey, Red.
And so attacking their own, what they called their states, because they declared independence, would have damaged their own shit. But why does it matter? Because they left. with Spain. That's what MC is trying to get at. What I'm trying to say is, if somebody intervenes and supplies them with weapons to defend themselves, maybe a single shot doesn't need to be fired. They could part ways and still be in the EU, and Spain won't be really damaged that much.
Nah, that's a way. Nah, sorry. I mean, that's kind of that's just so flaky.
Economically, it's better for Spain to actually sort of let Catalonia have its independence, because either way, any kind of action will hurt their economy.
That would be my point. Thank you, sir. But
that's the point. Yeah, but the thing is that's exactly the point, Madodge. At the moment, what Spain has done is forced Catalonia into a position whereby it's actually better for them to declare independence than it is to remain. I mean, that's what they've actually done with the to do with the laws, in terms of the incarceration periods for the politicians, and just look at what Article 150 says.
Well,
it's actually better for now they put them into a corner.
I honestly.
And why is Europe not even involved? Why is the UN? Well, nobody's involved in this.
Well, because it's a province of Spain. That's why they're not involved. But my initial.
It doesn't matter. The European Union was involved with the Scottish referendum.
Yeah, but my thing is really somebody's going to support them. And they have money. They are one of the largest GDP producers of Spain.
The reason they're 10% of Spain's economy, yeah.
Yeah, they can buy weapons, MC.
They can't get them.
No, but they're not going to buy weapons. They're not going to fight Spain.
You guys, calm down. Let me finish, and then I'll let you guys go wild. Do you really honestly believe the CIA isn't already there with arms dealers and shit? Come on, dude. Come on.
You want to turn this into a... Hold on. Oh, my God.
What does the U.S. have to gain by Catalonian independence?
I don't think the U.S. really likes the EU. Honestly, it's kind of a rivalry. If they actually...
What's up, baby?
No, but
you're trying to turn it into a born identity thing, aren't you?
No,
that's what you're doing. It's just like you're a born identity idealist.
No, but check it out. If the EU unified and really became the United States of Europe, they would be in opposition. They would.
Yeah, but it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
No, they want a military, Cabbage. You know this. They want it.
Well, yeah, they do, and it'll be totally ineffective because the fucking Spanish won't get up until lunchtime.
But you're telling me you don't think the CIA has an operative or two down there? You don't think?
Yeah, but the thing is, okay, so what? You're telling me that America is intending to invade, invade Europe, so that
they're fiddling. I'm saying they're fiddling this shit like they always do. They don't want to invade shit. They just want to fuck shit up like Wolfshot. I'm serious.
Yeah, I mean, destabilization.
Yeah, but I'm not fucking retarded.
Do you think that's retarded? Is that what you're saying?
But I'm not fucking retarded.
Because, the CIA was
never... I want you guys to consider some facts, okay? One, Catalonia was already a semi-autonomous region.
MC is laying down the facts.
So... since they were already, what did they have? Hold on. What did they have to gain then, Cabbage? It's your contention that they won't fight. If they didn't have, if that was the case, what's their intention here?
No, that's what I'm saying.
If their intention is full independence, Spain has nothing to lose economically. All right, for not going in there, they have nothing to lose for not going in there and taking them out. And reclaiming 10% of their economy, or at least a portion of that economy.
Yeah, but excuse me, they can go in and reclaim something by not going in there.
No, they can't.
So that doesn't make any sense.
No, they can't. If they're going to declare full independence, because they were already
if they declare independence, but like I said,
just
it's the same. Exactly,
did.
it's the same. It's the same thing as Scotland.
No, it's not.
Right?
They already had what Scotland
It is.
had.
It's exactly the same. No, it's exactly the same as Scotland. They had a semi-autonomous, existence. They had their own, they got their own government, or they had their own government, which has now been dissolved. But they had their own, Scotland has its own prime minister. It has its own treasury. It has all of the functioning elements but it's a semi-autonomous region. The whole point is that Spain has now decided that and plus it's 10% obviously.
No, it isn't.
Income. The difference is, right, that Scotland is not 10%.
Catalonia said, we're independent. We don't care what Spain says.
Okay, so MC.
Yeah, but exactly in the same way as Scotland.
No, wait a minute, no, I have a philosophical question.
Oh, sorry, I'll claim to be.
I have a philosophical question. Was the Declaration of Independence good? Yes or no? Going down the panel from Wolfshot to Sith to Saomi, Red, on down.
Oh, fuck. What are we doing?
It's the best document ever written. Well, actually,
okay. Hold on.
Wake me up when it's my turn.
A Declaration of Independence now or when it was made?
Okay, if it was okay, let's go there. Let's say we are Catalonia in this position. We are the colonies still. Is it good now?
The situation's totally different. How can you even make that kind of a comparison?
How can you not?
Because they're beginning their own independence.
You really can't make that comparison, though.
Yeah, you can, because American
I'm kind of drunk, and I know that.
No, wait a minute.
I drink and know things.
No.
I know when you drink things.
All right, all England had to have done.
You drink and think you know
all
things.
that would have prevented American independence
Hey, Cabbage,
from taking place.
when I'm not drinking, I still know more than you, bitch.
Would have been representation in
Really?
Parliament.
Yeah, you child.
You're not giving me.
No. You're trying to conflate two separate things. You're saying that the people in Catalonia did not have any kind of representation.
I
within
still
the
get more
Spanish
pussy
government.
than you ever will.
I don't even know what Mad
Yeah,
Dog is trying to
and
think.
that matters. How?
Yeah, I know. Okay, now may I talk? Thank you. What I am saying is Catalonia has declared a Declaration of Independence, and they are saying that they are overtaxed and they want to leave and they don't want the refugees.
But they're not America, bruh.
So that is not the case.
You can't apply American politics to European.
No.
Not just
No,
that,
wait a
but when
minute.
America did their whole division of country and everything like that, it wasn't because they were making more money than England was and trying to separate from them.
That's not what Catalonia.
And the Magna Carta was our framework.
No, it wasn't. It was Thomas Locke.
Yes, it was. It was Locke.
It was Thomas
Well, it's
Locke.
not just Thomas Locke.
The Magna Carta.
The Magna Carta was part of it as well, but I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah,
references.
see, fuck y'all. The Magna Carta was part of it too. So
the Magna Carta, of course. Well, the Magna Carta was the fundamental building block.
No, Magna Carta talked about kings and how they should.
I'm sorry, you can't compare what happened in 1776 to what's happening now.
If you read the words of the Declaration of Independence, they are still relevant today.
No,
They are.
I understand.
Yeah,
Our
but-
Constitution is a living document, and I will defend that to its death. I know y'all don't think so.
No,
but
as a living document, as it changes and mutates, no, I don't agree with you at all.
of course not, because you're a fucking
see,
libertarian and a
But that's the
road.
point. You
I
see,
do not agree with you at all.
principles
Because you're a fucking road.
Yeah, but we're not talking about the same principles. There was also, as part of that, a list of grievances. All right, what grievance? Hold on. What
Does
grievance?
Catalonia not have a
What
grievance?
grievances do they have? They have representation in the Spanish government. The American colonies didn't at the time. The situation is not equivalent, not even close.
Actually, well, no. Weirdly enough, no, you're wrong there, MC. Sorry, you're wrong.
I would like to hear what Saomi has to say.
Well, it was different, like way back then. You know, you had an ocean to cross, and there's all this other horseshit. It's not like with Spain and Catalina where they're neighbors.
Catalonia.
Catalina, I love you, Seth.
So you don't even know what you're talking about. Anyway, but the thing is, weirdly enough, it's the same actual thing because if you look at Catalonia, it has its semi-autonomous status. And it is a net contributor into the Spanish
It also
government,
has
right? It's
representation.
10% of its.
Hold on.
Don't start interrupting me. Doesn't matter.
Spanish Parliament. You can't say that they don't have representation.
Yes, but it is a
that isn't the same thing. The colonies did not have any representation in the British colonies.
Shouting doesn't make your shouting doesn't make your point any more relevant.
People all the time. Right? Make sure that no one can hear them isn't going to do anything either. Now,
but the thing is, but I hadn't finished what I was saying before you interrupted. You started shouting like a fucking harpy before I'd even finished my point.
Your mom goes to college.
I thought the question was whether or not you thought the Constitution was a good thing.
I think the Constitution is a good thing. I think it's a living document. Apparently, I'm goddamn wrong.
You are.
I say the Declaration of Independence was the greatest document, which is actually what the question was about, which is the Declaration of Independence, was
Declaration of Independence.
the key point. And that, I think, is the finest document that was ever written. It certainly kicks, dust in the face of the Magna Carta. So
how can you not?
I'll just start some shit and let MC lose his crap. The Declaration of Independence was just the Declaration of Independence was just rules for radicals.
Oh my God.
That's
I understand you.
Fucking gets me. Okay.
I don't understand you libertarians and your bullshit about that.
Wolfshot, I'm just cracking wise ass, honey. I love you.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful, Fraser.
No, but libertarians are bullshit. What bullshit? Liberty?
Oh, liberty! Oh, liberty! Oh, I'm afraid of roads. Fuck you, dude.
Maroon.
You know what?
Mortal enemy, you bitch.
No, I've had a bunch of shit about roads, and I'm about sick of it. I'm
you know what I'm fucking sick of? I'm sick of the fact that you think the Constitution is a dead document. Shut up.
What do you mean dead?
It needs ass-to-mouth resuscitation.
Not by your fucking libertarian ass. Those are goddamn sure.
No, that's fucking bullshit. Yeah, you want more government control. Go ahead, have at it. Move to China. Peace.
Yeah, and you want someone to fucking stand for a national anthem. You know where they do that? North Korea.
I don't give a fuck. Wait, I want that? I never give a fuck about.
You just bitched about the baseball team fucking standing for the national anthem.
No, I didn't bitch about it. I said that was fun.
If you want that, get your fucking faggoty ass up and go to North Korea.
Yeah, okay.
I was accused of talking over people.
And I am done. I'm done with putting up with bullshit on my channel. So,
I'm done with putting up with bullshit on my channel, even though I'm wrong.
Oh, yeah. Shut the fuck up.
I get shouted over because
I'm done hearing I'm wrong. All I fucking said was, look at that. They let the national anthem fucking sing, and guess what? Nobody knelt. That doesn't mean I give a shit about the NFL. I haven't watched it.
Wolfshot, he was making an observation. He was making an observation.
Yeah, but my
people are getting a little bit cunt fucking.
My point is, you know where they make people stand for the national anthem? North Korea. That's my point.
Pussy.
My point
China, they put on grand productions.
That's my point.
No, my point is done being put down on my own channel and being fucking I'm done. I'll start muting people. I'm fucking at it. This is bullshit. I'm already pissed off. And you know what?
First person you muted, man.
Don't let people make you mad, honey. Don't let people make you mad. They're looking for reaction. Don't give good reaction.
I don't give a shit. No, wait a minute. The stupid
What did I do, Cabbage?
I said you were so cool.
The stupid national anthem was written by a
like a witch. Why she rings her.
shit about America. So stand or kneel. I'm just saying, it's funny how the NFL is falling in ratings and MLB is rising, and they fucking had an American fucking eagle, the bald eagle, flying through the stands and all this other shit. I thought it was funny. Give me a break. And if you're gonna,
what the fuck?
You. I'm gonna mute.
Got to do with anything.
I've had. Now back to Catalonia.
Yes, we're just way left field now. But
oh man,
yeah, I don't know. It went really weird there for a while.
Yeah, I'm already pissed off. This shit's irritating.
Hey, can I just say something? Sith, are you still awake? I see his little avatar there. I'm gonna have a cigarette, and my creaky door may creep him out. I'm sorry in advance. See?
Yours.
Sorry.
Where the fuck is
the crazy, you slut. You share.
I just try to lighten the mood, everybody.
You
Come on.
share me with Sith.
Oh,
I thought you were my own personal
Cabby, you know you
pleasure.
have a special place. Quit bragging.
Yeah, we're not quite sure where it is though.
No,
yeah.
but
I tolerate your bullshit more than anybody else. Don't give me shit.
It's not bullshit. It's fact. It's reality.
Back to
it's hard to digest.
Back to the real subject. I believe Cabbage is actually right. And
Wait, there was the real subject.
Has every right to declare independence. And I do think it's up to the UN to maybe that may commence here soon.
Well, no, the EU before the UN. The EU should have already.
will not do
should have
anything.
worked on Article 5. Well, no, they won't. Exactly, which shows you just how fucking pointless the EU is.
Well, the EU won't do anything right now because they're worried that any kind of action they might do might upset like the stock markets because they think there's some kind of instability. But when the economy starts,
the EU,
then they start costing money.
You will see the EU fracture when that happens.
No, the EU is freaking out. Like I said, because I was trying to explain this earlier on. If you actually look at what the potential impact could be, you know, the Catalonia manages to get independence, and the weird thing is the same thing with Scotland, which is why the European Union, you know, failed to particularly engage itself with the Article 5. But you've got the Basque separatists, and you've got the whole of northern Italy, you know, the regions up there that want to separate as well. There are plenty of regions. You got you know, regions close to Austria. They want to become self, you know, or independent. And if you get one opportunity, and that's the reason I think that Scotland didn't end up actually getting independence, because it would have set off a cascade effect.
You're creating whole reasons, though, why the other nations, specifically the ones that are bordering there, will not support Catalonian independence. All right,
I'm not saying they wouldn't. I never said that.
France is not going to sit up there and allow weapons to Catalonia with the idea that Basque separatists, all right, which is also
they're not going to fight. It's not. Well, look, unless you think it's going to turn into a second world war, it's certainly not going to happen.
No, I think it's going to turn into a conflict, and I think that the Catalonians are going to get repressed, and it's going to be brutal.
No, the Catalonians will be effectively like the Basque separatists, and you know they'll, you know, I mean maybe they'll be, you know, terrorists, you know, you know, I mean if Spain is not willing to give them independence, they're going to be the same thing as the IRA.
No, I don't think so.
And then they will eventually win, just like the IRA.
It's not the same thing. They don't have defensible borders. The IRA had an island.
No, the IRA doesn't have an island. It's a portion of
the IRA goes back to the all the way through the Israeli.
Are we forgetting that? Are we forgetting that Britain has boats? They have a navy.
British does. The British do have boats, but it's at least a defensible border. It's not that they'd have a navy. Even
tell me that they can defend against a beachhead?
How many beachheads?
Oh yeah,
for how
Britain
long?
does have a little bitty navy.
They had all of Ireland. Do they now?
I'm on a boat, bitch. I'm on a boat.
I'm on a boat. Hmm?
Britannia rules the waves.
Britannia lost the waves, didn't they?
Not really. Not really. 50 countries.
Really?
We're doing pretty well. Yeah, 50 countries. We're doing okay.
Your problem
But
is
you
took
still
over
don't
Irish
have
criminals
50
in Australia.
states.
We have 50 countries, which is a quarter of the Earth's population.
Hey, Mad Dog, I've had 4 40s with Steel Reserve.
And you know what? The Commonwealth Games are better than the Olympics. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
No wonder.
See, and the Aussies, you can't fuck with the Aussies.
Wolf shot, I've only had 175 milliliters of Cabernet.
I don't know what the fuck
I'm
that
a
is.
wimp. I'm a wimp. I'm a wimp compared to you.
What the fuck is Cabernet?
Wine.
Wine.
Is
Wine.
white Sydney even alive?
Wine, bitch. Wine.
Red wine.
I wine all the time.
Cabernet
That's how I get my
Sauvignon.
husband to do what I want.
I don't know what. I don't drink wine. I don't do that.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Wine makes you feel fine.
It does.
I am on my 5th 40.
Is White Sith alive?
That's
When
what I
was the
drink.
last time somebody got a pulse on that gentleman?
I think Sis passed out. Because otherwise he'd be complaining about the background noise.
Is that background noise?
No, if he's awake, he's always complaining about mute yourself.
No, that's
I'm always chatting with him in the side
Hey,
chats,
at least
but I
we
can't
know
get
he's
on
not a
the connection
snorer.
chat with the motherfucker.
No, all he has to do is turn down his fucking headphones.
Maybe he. Hey, Sith, are you there?
Titties, Sith, titties.
Tits, gash, cunt.
Are you dead? Just tell
There's
us dead.
tits on the screen, Sith.
Hey, apparently I'm muted, you bastard. I've been muted for a minute.
Didn't even wake you up.
Oh, we had to do tits.
He thought he was. Oh my god, what the fuck?
No, the gift from Bullshot.
Tits
Yeah,
for
what's up,
Sith.
Cabbage? Yeah,
Second of all, I am not white Sith male. There's a difference. He's Norwegian.
You're straight
Oh, you're
Sith
straight
male.
Sith male. There's white Sith male, straight Sith male, and white Sith males. God damn it.
What,
The fuck
Cabbage?
I think you're trans cis.
About that, the fucked up thing about all that is that I had no clue that there was a white Sith male. I had no clue. I guess I should have called myself Hispanic Sith male. I don't know.
No, you should call yourself clueless Sith male.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
even worse. There's like several Batman.
Shut up now. I love you.
I'll be at a chat. They're like, "Hey, Red, what's going on?" I'm like, "Hey, Batman, blah blah blah." Oh, that's the other Batman. Fuck all you Batmans look alike.
Yeah, no.
That's why I'm
different. We're
That's
different.
why I'm the only defrator.
You can be a trans cis fucking.
Yeah.
Cabbage sounds drunker than I am right now.
I'll be a trans cabbage
property.
bloom. He can be a cabbage patch. I'll be a trans cabbage bloom.
And also,
I don't know what that means, but it sounds nice. So
Nothing
I'll go with it.
She's a little cabbage. She's a little
sprouts.
cabbage sprout.
Something about
She's a
Brussels
cabbage
sprouts.
sprout.
Dude, I was watching the Addams Family earlier, and like the second one, and it was like there was a Cabbage Patch, and the diamond turned into a baby, and I thought about Cabbage, and then Wednesday's like, yeah, my mom's having a baby. They had sex.
Yeah.
Shit was.
Oh, shit. Have you watched Hocus Pocus yet this year? We watch it every year with.
Yeah. It's a good fucking show, man.
Mandage, take control of your stream, man.
So, I have a
some
question, guys.
structure. We were talking
I have an
about
answer. Let's see if they match.
I got a question. So, do you think that the SJWs will be more butthurt if I dressed as Hitler or if I dressed as a Cherokee Native American?
They're gonna be mad if you address it all because clothes are cultural appropriation.
How about that? No one gives a shit.
Exactly.
I win.
And I'm gonna go as a monkey with a fez. I don't know. Just
wait a minute.
I kind of won this a little bit. Is my middle child? She was at first she wanted to. She had a female friend, her best friend, that she decided to dress as a girly, like real PC version of Harley Quinn. She found a Joker costume. I dressed her up as the male Joker. No problem, because why? She's a tranny for the party. Whatever, everybody's happy. Well, turns out she actually really wanted to be Claudine from Monster High, and that's a black female werewolf. So she got the costume. So this Halloween, she's going to trick or treat as a werewolf that is black, and I'm going to give her
black
brown
face.
No,
Yay.
brown face, because the werewolf isn't a black werewolf. She's a brown werewolf.
Well, exactly. Yeah, just put a bit of.
it's not blackface, Cabbage. Shut up.
Oh no, though
Who
yeah.
cares?
Nobody
See,
can
I
get
decided
over
that this year I wanted my children to be as offensive as possible if they wanted to be. But the youngest, she found an
just
Elsa.
give them a tab.
See, my youngest found an Elsa costume that was $15 that had light ups or whatever. Hey, that's fine. And then the other wanted to be a male Joker. That was great. And even better was when the Claudine costume came in. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. I will wear my hijab and my, eye whore makeup. We will make this an uncomfortable tiny town after all.
Oh my God, you have a hijab?
Oh, I have a full garb set up because I used to train the military. I was a professional terrorist for years.
I'm gonna dress up like Linda Sarsour. I got a cockroach costume.
Oh,
awesome.
You hideous creature. You hideous creature.
Dude, I thought you were
because you want to do that, I want to fuck you. I don't know why.
I was saying trick or treat or genital mutilation, bitches.
Nice.
I was hoping for Elvira personally.
That's old and tried.
I love Elvira.
Yeah,
man.
but the thing is,
Oh,
you can pass for it.
actually,
You
Wolfie.
can do it.
Yeah.
Wolfie, I did dress like, oh my God, how long ago was that? Shit, like 30 years ago, I did dress in an Elvira costume. I got pictures.
Yeah,
you
so
probably
busty,
you probably cream your jeans over it,
I've
sweetie.
got the tits and the height. I just don't have the waist
Yeah.
anymore. I've been lazy for the last 2 years after surgery.
I just want to.
And nobody wants to ginger Elvira anyway. We've got other things to suck souls for.
Well, I'm a blonde Dutch. I'm a blonde Dutch girl. I put on a black wig,
Okay, what is that? Because of what? Some kind of chemo?
Well, no, she was saying she's a ginger. Nobody wants a ginger Elvira. Well, nobody wants a blonde Elvira. You got to wear the black wig.
Why's it got to be black? Why? Because that's what they love.
That's right. That's what gets the guys off, right? Give them what they want.
Dude, her tits are...
Well, no, hang on. I thought everyone was meant to get... No, guys are meant to get off on blondes, aren't they?
No, redheads are much cuter. Shut up, Cabbage. You're fired.
Well,
I don't say, because I don't get off on blondes. I don't like blondes. I always like the dark hair.
Well,
poor sardonic 7. I'll give you a...
See, that's why Cabbage doesn't love me.
Well, no.
That's right. Yeah, I despise you. You're hideous. You are nothing to me.
No, but to be honestly fair, I married a blonde, so yeah.
Yeah, well,
I married a brunette.
I don't know.
Did you put a scratch and sniff sticker at the bottom of a puddle?
God damn.
No, you're right. I snuck behind her with a club.
Is it an actual blonde or just somebody who made blonde? I mean, the cups and collars
If you make yourself blonde, you get qualified as blonde. The end.
Nah, sorry. The cups and collars match. Right?
You gotta have carpets that match the drapes if you want to ask that
Exactly.
question.
Yes.
Okay, I've never met... Okay, I have... Look. Like, I fucked blonde girls that had fucking black pubic hair.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand what it is with... Why do blonde women have the blackest of black eyebrows and blackest of black pubes? I don't get it.
Because they're peroxide princesses.
I was about to say, that's not
they're
real
peroxide
blonde.
princesses.
No. My stepsister was blonder than blonde. I mean, that girl never touched any dye bottle because my dad and stepmom would have killed her ass. And that ass
Maybe
pubes.
she was dyeing her pubes.
Or, I don't know. Maybe she was sitting in magic marker. I don't know. But I don't
Perhaps she was half Dutch, half Italian.
Yeah. Well, sorry, but I've dated, and you can tell. You think you're going to bed with a blonde girl, and you know.
Has
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Has anybody
really
seen
don't
that
care.
joke commercial of the girl getting undressed, getting ready for bed, where she takes her hair off, her extensions out, her eyelash extenders out, her fake boobs out, and everything? Basically, she ends up a decrepit old whore in bed. And the guy's like, never mind.
Yeah. Well, welcome to a man's life.
If you
There
go
you
to bed
go.
with a blonde right and her pubes turn out to be black right, that's rape. She's lying to you.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Read.
Well, what if you get him home?
That needs to be.
What if you get him home? What if you get him home and you find out? Nobody's gonna. What if you get him home and you find out indeed get him home and you find out indeed it was a pistol in his pocket?
Well, in that case, you give him whatever he wants.
Shit, my wife was definitely disappointed. Let me tell you what, because that was a pistol in my pocket.
See, is that a pistol in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Yes.
There's really a gun.
Both tings, honey. Both tings.
There you go.
Hey, she liked it. She married it, for fuck's sake.
And if you rock it and it's only in my pocket, you still fucking liked it. All right.
Have you guys, any of you girls, have you guys seen the life card?
The what?
The what?
It's called the life card. It is a.
You're very muffled.
Are you deep throating the microphone?
Yeah.
I can hear. I can hear
Step
your
away
organs.
from the mic.
I can hear
Step
your
away.
organs.
The mic said no.
Step away from the mic.
That's mic rape. That's
Can
mic
you hear-
rape.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
We can hear you if you step
No.
away.
Oh, fuck you, Red. I love you, brother. Fuck you.
Will you guys stop committing sexual assault?
Anyways, there's this thing called the life card, and it's a 22 caliber gun.
And
Never heard of it.
Say it one more fucking time. I'm just.
Sorry.
Can you hear me now? Red pain in the ass. Anyway, can you fucking hear me? asshole? Fuck you.
The only gun I fucking have is a 45, 1911.
No.
Oh,
There's
beautiful
this thing, wolf shot. There's this thing called the life card. It's a fucking 22 that looks like a fucking credit card.
Why in the fuck
oh
would
yes,
I-
I've seen one.
Why in the
Because
fuck
if she
would I
can blow
have
your
that?
money, she can blow your load.
Why would I have that? That wouldn't.
Yeah, but you can also blow your nuts off.
Yeah, that wouldn't fucking pinprick the goddamn fucking cat's asshole. Why would I have that?
Oh,
I've
no.
seen the one that looks like a smartphone. I've never seen one small enough to look like a credit card.
I got a
No,
Remington.
One that looks
I've
like a
seen one.
smartphone.
I've got a Remington 1911 with fucking pearl handles, baby.
Oh, nice.
Well, no. The thing is, there was one. There was one that was.
No, hold on. The life card is a 22 long rifle pistol.
Oh,
And
anybody can say it's long. I don't have proof.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
there's no long if it's a fucking credit card, right?
It's a
How many
fucking
times have I been
22
told it's a
card.
white bro and all it is a fucking snub nose, all right?
Yeah,
It's 22.
exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a
Trying to
little
get snub nosed.
It's a
It's a
20.
little
By the
tiny-
way, it was a bullshit
It's a
thing, and it was
tiny.
actually
Shut the fuck up, cabbage. It's a tiny
Fuck
22
you.
millimeter. Shut
It's
up
a
for a
joke.
second. Let me finish, asshole.
That's what she said.
I feel so included.
That's why I love you, Red.
Cabbage, I feel included too.
Sorry, been drinking again.
Shut up.
But no, it's a gun that carries. It's a single shot, carries a 22 long rifle.
Oh, a rifle. It's got a rifle attached to it.
No.
So you got a credit card attached to a rifle.
There's no way. No.
It's not a rifle, dumb shit.
I'm sorry, it's bullshit. I've seen it on YouTube.
It's not a rifle, no.
Nonsense
Small
thing.
22.
There is a thing which was
gun.
the credit card. Yeah, I've seen that thing.
Cabbage, shut your fucking hole.
Yeah,
Shut
but
your
a 22 round don't do.
It's bullshit.
If you can't get it done with one round, there's no more rounds after that. All right.
Yeah, but a 22 won't even get you done then. Period.
Well, it can bounce around and get it done eventually.
If you hit a motherfucker in the eye, trust me, they're done.
With a 22?
With a 22, you're done if you get hit in the eye.
In the eye? Well, what? You won't be able to see straight.
No,
but a 22 can do some internal damage because it bounces around with velocity and all that. It can really fuck your shit up with a 22 round.
But that's
it's
not the
bounce
point.
around that'll fuck
Oh, what
you
the
up,
fuck?
honestly.
I swear to God.
That's
Mrs.
not
Wolf,
the point.
what
The
are you
point
talking
is
about? You're
how
a
much
bazooka?
did we get here?
That is not the point. The point is that they have a 22 caliber little gun that looks like a fucking goddamn credit card.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Because it can't. Because how can it look like a credit card if it's got to have a fucking round in it? It's nonsense. It's bullshit. And if you don't even understand that, then you are so fucking retarded. It's untrue.
Hey, dummy. Look up Off the Ranch. They show it. And it's a stupid piece of shit gun. It's not something that you would ever fucking use.
Maybe if you want to shoot them in the balls, or the neck, or the face, that would work.
Americans, we actually fucking use guns. That's not even, I don't consider it a gun. I consider that a pea shooter.
You're talking shit and you know you are. That's the fucking reality.
All right. Well,
what else is happening in the world?
Yeah, exactly.
There was something on the other side over there, and I think
how the fuck can something look like a credit card if it's got a 22 round in it? It doesn't look anything like a fucking credit card.
But my thing is, why use a 22 when I can use a 45 and a 45 is a sure thing?
Oh, that is completely fair enough, Wallshot. No, that's completely fair enough. No, like homie said, the dude that was showing it, he actually said that, this is not even this isn't even a throwaway. This is like the last resort. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
well, your gun technically is your last resort. Any gun is your last resort.
Yeah. So, but basically, it's a piece of shit fucking goddamn throwaway 22. It only shoots one shot at a time. That versus, say...
something that looks in the shape of a...
You don't know shit about guns, fucking Cabbage. Shut your hole.
Fuck you.
Guns don't know shit about me. Guns don't know one fucking shit about me.
MC.
Excuse me. Well, I tell you what, I don't need to know anything about...
I need me a motherfucking
credit cards.
MC, what did you... Hold on. MC, what did you post in the side chat? What is that? You faggot.
It's just a story about the violence that's erupted in Barcelona since they declared independence.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah. The whole shit is on fire.
Things are burning. Things are changing.
Spain, no, seriously, look up the video. Spain is exploding.
I tweeted it earlier.
But it's not burning.
No, there were actual live feeds going on earlier today. I retweeted out on my Twitter actual live coverage that was going on, and then I had to go take.
The weirdest thing about the coverage in Spain is that even with the fascism type going on, there are no Antifa there.
No, this is just people fighting against the Spanish the troops or whatever.
Inquisition! Nobody ever expected the Spanish Inquisition.
No. It's not the Spanish Inquisition. That's when they were hunting witches. But however, it's kind of like that. But they're trying to stick with the EU, and the fucking cops came in, and
It
they
was a
were
drunken
fighting.
ginger joke.
No, I get it. No, but what I'm saying is, what's going on in Catalonia? What's going on there is they don't want them to vote to leave the EU.
Well, no, that's their
And
money.
they're literally
See
shooting
that this is just a
motherfuckers.
small
that's the
pocket
thing.
of resistance being encouraged
Yeah.
to draw Spain into this
Honestly, isn't that what they
conflict
said about America?
of the EU.
They said
the
that about
Catalonians
America, a
don't
small
want to
pocket of
leave
resistance, but we were an ocean away. Catalonia is actually in the same little
Yeah, but
sphere
There has been.
yeah, but the thing is that they don't want to leave the EU. They want to remain in the EU.
That's
They
their
have to
fight,
stay.
Cabbage. That's the struggle, and that's why they're provoking
And
the
I want to
Catalonians
fuck
to stir up
Charlize
shit.
Theron, so fuck me, right?
Well, you and I, we'll go fuck Charlize Theron. We'll just go do
Yeah,
it together.
like that's relevant.
We don't need a government to give us Charlize Theron. We'll do it ourselves.
Yeah, that's clearly a comparative study.
That's not even a clear comparative. That's not even.
It's a click comparative.
According to the
You don't want to fuck Charlize Theron.
According to the AP News, the EU says Catalonia will be tossed out of the bloc if it leaves Spain.
Angry Pepe said that.
Good. Let them toss them out. They'll find new allies elsewhere. Good.
No, they'll get crushed.
No.
Reggie,
just like
Joy, who is the Prime Minister
just like
of
America
Spain,
got
has also
crushed.
received support from
wait a
outside
minute.
of Spain
No,
and
it was-
European leaders, including Germany, France, Britain, rejecting Catalonia's claims.
AMC. Britain, France, or not France, but Britain, Russia, Germany, they all rejected America's claim to independence. You know what happened? One country stepped up and helped us.
There is a huge difference
we won
between
with
the situation
militia.
in that they're dealing with and the situation that we dealt with. It's not even close.
What do you mean?
If this conversation stops, I'll suck someone's dick.
You can suck mine, Wolf.
Ah,
I'll grow
okay,
one for you, honey.
Woo!
That, or I'll substitute Sayomi's dick for mine.
Wolf,
You can
what
suck
do you wanna-
Sayomi's dick as mine.
No,
Okay,
but
well,
no,
what do you wanna
Anyway,
talk about?
honestly, guys, this has been really interesting, and honestly, it's been actually really intriguing. I might be an inner asshole, but my friend Panina Chan is doing a cancer stream tomorrow, and I promised her at least 12 hours of my day. So I appreciate being invited on, but Panina Chan's doing breast cancer stuff, and I got a puke bake, and I promised her that last week.
I'd never. Cabbage, will you shut the fuck up? I'm trying to be nice here.
Yeah.
I never met you before, and I hope you have a good day tomorrow, and good luck to your friend. Peace out.
I've seen you in Ginger Hamster's comments, so I recognize the profile pic.
Oh, shh! Don't tell anybody. James really loves me, but he's a secret MGTOW.
Yeah, I know. He keeps telling me, he's like, I'm going to be on Devil's Advocates, the game show we do, the Joking Game Show, about debating, where you got to get in touch with your inner asshole and argue for things you may not actually believe in. And he's like, oh, I see you guys filmed another show without me. I'm like, motherfucker, check your DMs. But one of these days we'll get that unholy hamster on there.
All right, Red, you have a good night, honey.
I consume a ton of content, but I only comment on the people that I really, really like.
James actually has a lot going on for him. He's actually pretty intelligent, and a lot of his years were wasted on stupid women. They really were.
Well, he's a very smart person if people get past the MGTOW shit.
Yeah. He's got his inner asshole on the outside, but that's fine. So,
protective armor. It's a protective armor. It's all cool.
So,
yeah, but there's a difference between, like being hurt and then just going.
But hey, nice to see you saw my comments.
He just realizes, if you listen to some of his stuff, he's not anti-woman. He's just like, I don't want to date anymore. I don't want to deal with this stuff. He's after the 50-year mark, he's like, look, I have children. I've been married. I don't want to go through that again, and I don't want to just fuck for the sake of fuck. So. At least he's come to terms with what he figures is his reality. He's got his music, his booze, and his hot desert sun. So
yeah, but somebody who's been married happily for 20 years, I find that sad and want to encourage them to not give up.
So do I. I've been with my husband for almost 14 years.
Hey, you know, even if you only get 5 good years, you had 5 fucking good years.
Right. He just needs to get the fuck
out of
metropolis. He needs to get out of a
but it's
metropolis.
fine.
Is what he needs to do. He needs to get away from the cities and just go and do some stuff
Stop
away from
chasing them Kardashian asshole bitches and find a real woman.
Right?
But the thing is, if you get 5
If it
good
looks
years,
too
like
good to
you
be
said,
true, chances are it is.
you end up with the consequences.
There you go.
You end up paying a price. See, that's the problem.
I've been with Lady Sith for 19 years, and she's awesome. I love that woman to death.
I've been with the Mercolium for almost 14, and we've been friends for 17 years.
Yeah,
so we were really good
congratulations,
friends
Sith.
and helped
That's
each other through
awesome.
some stuff. So
If you're friends
gotta be
with
friends.
the one that, yeah, exactly, Red. I love you for that. You're awesome, babe.
I've seen you in chats. I like what you've got to say about stuff. So
I'm an asshole.
yeah, hey, we all are. It's those that deny it that are actual liars.
It's true. Never true a word spoken.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm perfect in every way.
You're a woman. No, you're not.
You're fucking delusional is what you are.
But I am with Red. When she leaves,
I'm a
I'm
crazy
gonna
bitch.
definitely too. But I love you guys.
I'm
You
on
guys
top
are
of
fucking
it.
awesome.
All
All of
right.
you.
Well, I think I follow Straight Sith on Twitter. It's Straight Sith, right?
Yes, ma'am.
On Twitter. Okay, because it's
Yes,
like,
ma'am.
God, I'll use this look-alike. There's only 2 of you, so whatever.
You
can't follow me because I don't Twitter.
I didn't know about the Norwegian guy before I made my name because it was the whole you're a
The
white
Sith
male.
male.
Yeah, that was like, what? I love Star Wars. Fuck you guys. I want to go with this.
Right? I think it was great. It was funny because my husband was playing Rocket League with him. He's like, it's the only white Sith meal that's in there. And then he looks in there, there's 12 of them.
Yeah, she said cis male.
Sith. S-I-T-H. Sith.
Okay,
It's a pun.
But it was a parody of the cis, apparently, because apparently we're bad if we're fucking we like pussy.
Right? If you like the pussy, you're on the dark side of the Force.
Excellent, good.
Fuck yeah! Fuck
I'm
yeah!
good.
Dark side.
I
am
guess
good
I'm on
too.
the gray area of the Force.
Send me to the Death Star.
Yeah, send me to the dark side. Fuck, I'll bring back all the bitches.
Bring them back, Wolfshot. Don't come home alone.
This is not the pussy you're looking for.
This is not the clitoris you're looking for.
Oh my god. Oh shit. If you ask the allies, apparently they know where the G-spot is, but they don't know what a clitoris is. So
Yeah, but that's the whole point of the Force, isn't it?
How hard is it to find the clitoris, though? You know what I'm saying?
Not particularly difficult. It's just a button. Just
well, we can get on a whole new topic
Take
about
it.
cabbage finding the
Button.
clitoris or the penis.
I've been searching Google
Oh.
Maps for a long time.
My mom, my dad,
Google Maps.
You know what my dad told me?
It's amazing when you do a
My dad
wraparound
told me
and,
to
flick it off.
check the oil and ring the bell.
Ring that bell for good service.
Check the oil and ring the bell.
Holy
And he
fucking
talked
Samara
to this
still
in
here?
a sexual context. That's disturbing.
Oh my god. All right, y'all. I'll talk to you later, and I'll send Wolfshot. We'll do our joking game show on Sundays, and then I invite all you inner assholes if you guys want to talk about stupid shit or funny shit on Thursdays to come and check the midweek wind up. So
All
you
right.
can come and be raging assholes, and nobody will censor anything you say. Why? Because I show porn bloopers on my channel. I give a fuck about monetization. Hell, I showed pussy with googly eyes.
dude, Mad Dog, you gotta bring up some pussy with some googly eyes.
Oh, you gotta get a pussy like the clitoris, like a fucking cyclops.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
No, when a cyclops wiggles its face back and forth, it's one thing. But when the pussy's got 2 eyes and it wiggles back and forth, it's a whole new level of comedy.
Do it like a Mr. Potato Head, you know, with like all kinds of accessories, so you can switch them out.
Plug and play.
Different lips, different eyes.
So I think I've decided after last week, because the whole porn bloopers came up because there was some bad news I had to deliver some people. It's like, hey, let's make shit funny. Porn bloopers. And so I played about 2.5 minutes of porn bloopers or whatever the hell it was, and I just age restricted my video so I didn't have to edit because I'm lazy like that. So there was like some peeing on an octopus and like some squirt fails and other shit in there.
So Did you do tentacle porn?
I didn't.
It wasn't my porn fails. It was porn fails I found online.
I do have to ask, have any of you guys seen Big Mouth? Or whatever. A bunch of people got butthurt about the fucking goddamn show. And it's actually kind of funny. A bunch of kids.
Oh god, the one about puberty.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
I haven't seen it. All I've seen is the compilations.
No. I will tell you, Red, you have to watch it. It's actually kind of funny. You look.
I have to order Netflix to see if I'm a pedophile or not. It's pretty much what you're telling me.
No, it's cringy as fuck, and you watch it and you're like, this is fucking weird. And at the same time, you kind of laugh because you're like, yeah, I was
the
like
puberty monster is, I don't know. I don't think it's encouraging pedophilia, but it's kind of like some weird off-the-cuff degenerate. Like, I've laughed at some of the jokes I saw from the cutaways, like the little clips I've seen on YouTube that they allow to happen. I'm like, that's funny, but I'd have to be really fucking drunk or high to find it hilarious.
Yeah. Personal opinion: kids should not watch that shit.
Oh,
kids
hell no.
should not. Fuck no. It's
why do you think
good.
they're legalizing drugs? You know, because the media's gone so fucking retarded.
Well, that depends. That depends on what you mean by drugs. If you're saying pot, I say fucking smoke weed all day.
Oh yeah, no, I totally agree with you. Hey, listen, I like.
No, wait a minute though.
The reason why you don't do kids tequila.
But it's that time for me, and this is really, God, I could sit here honestly all night. This is like a normal Friday night for me, arguing with other people that may or may not agree with me, and triggering other people into just yelling at me and seeing how many times I can get them to yell at me or telling me to shut the fuck up. But I do have to go to bed because there's some things I got to do, but this will be my last weekend. I have a bedtime at my age. So, all right.
Bye, Red.
Good night.
Bye, Red. Be well.
Yeah,
sweet dreams.
Bye, Red. Just remember.
Weird dreams for this crazy ginger. So, I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye.
No, but wait a minute.
Oh, you're back. God, you are there.
Oh, yeah. I've been here.
Your bloody channel for a change. Fuck off.
What, Mad Dog? What were you saying, dude?
I'm saying with Catalonia, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously, are you going to let Spain crack down and just slaughter them, MC? Is that really your...
man.
Are you going to step in and stop them?
Well, Dodd, what do you think about it? Do you think that they should be revolting, or do you think that they should just go with it?
Mad Dog is a secessionist, brah.
No,
tweet about it's all about the principle of independence.
No, but wait a minute.
Wait. What is the Aussie guy saying?
What I'm saying is this is not like Antifa. This is actually people really dealing with some fucked up bullshit.
He asked, would we do something to stop it? And I said I was going to tweet about it.
Okay. No,
I'm gonna send some prayers about it.
No, but the thing is,
lots of prayers, people.
Hey, Dead Horse, what's up, my man?
Howdy.
Mad Dog.
You guys, let me clarify my position. All right. So my position is they have a right to independence.
My position. Doggy style.
Wait, shut up, Wolfshot. I'm giving my position. My position is they have a right to secession. independence
I'll
is not
fucking murder you.
mutually exclusive to the United States. We have recognized secession. Wait a minute. We have recognized secession across the world. Look at the Soviet bloc. Look at Poland. Look at fucking Yugoslavia. Look at Slovakia. Look at fucking the Crimea was independent until they got fucking taken over by Russia.
Look at teriyaki.
I'm talking about real countries. Thank you.
Look at Spain when the Moors took over for 900 years.
No, but the thing is, right now.
But the thing is, though, let me finish, Cabbage. I think we're on the safe side. Let me finish. Catalonia has its own language, I believe. It has its own independent economy, and it can stand on its own. And why should the free people of the world, stand by and let them be conquered?
Why do we have to be America Team World Police like you keep bitching about?
I'm not saying America. I'm saying individuals.
Oh, there we go.
Individuals. That's right. I'm going straight libertarian. I'm not saying America. I'm saying individuals should support them.
But the point is, right, you know, like when you see Scotland and it wanted its independence, it went through a vote. I mean, if Australia can vote to go republic anytime they like, and they can choose to be in the Commonwealth if they want, you know, have the Queen as head of state or not. They can do that every 4 years. You know?
We're not too fast.
Yeah, exactly. You know, because everything's working out pretty well. So, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
I'm just here for dicks.
Hey, Wolf, I do have a question, though.
Can I grow one?
If we weren't the world...
it's bigger than yours.
I don't think
so. Can you hear me?
I know you like to delude yourself.
Yeah, sis, go ahead. Don't
what
let
I was saying is, do we really police the world, or is America just the UN's fucking poster boy that actually kicks ass and takes names?
Well, I don't think it even takes names, does it?
It does. No, Cabbage, you can't say we don't kick ass. When we go,
I said, does it take names? I didn't say anything about the kicking ass. I said the names.
I don't know about the kicking
names. How do we
give a shit about who they shot.
The only way we fix it is to get involved, and that's not our fucking problem now, is it? No.
No, it is not. I agree 150%.
Then
no, it is not. Now, do I, as a citizen with the freedom of speech, have a right to talk about it? Yeah, I do.
I don't think anybody said that you don't.
No, but what I'm saying is I believe they have a right to independence. That is my stance.
That's great.
Anybody has a right to independence.
I do.
All right?
Yeah,
so
I also agree.
That's all well and good. But in the case here, to try and draw equivalencies to the American independence movement, right, is just a false equivalency. And it's a false equivalency. It's a false equivalency because one of the major components, one of the things that would have prevented America, all right, from actually divorcing itself from Britain was representation in Parliament. In this case, Catalonia has representation not only in its own Parliament but in the Spanish Parliament as well.
Yeah, but
so to try and draw an equivalency there and say, well, they just want freedom. Freedom from what?
Yeah, but that's the same thing as like with Britain, where you've got, in actual fact, weirdly enough, when Scotland wanted to get its independence,
we're not talking about Scotland.
No, but I'm saying, I'm giving you an equivalent. No, because you're talking about equivalency. So if you want to,
I wasn't the one who brought up the Declaration of Independence. You're trying to move the goal.
Excuse me, you're getting very excitable again.
No,
take your meds.
You guys.
The fact is that, like, when Scotland went for independence, the point is that, you know, they were allowed independence, even though they have all of those things, and yet they still have representation within our government, within Westminster.
Well, no, and I want
to still allowed that. So there is precedent in this issue.
I want to come in between and say, you know, who did call that independence? They did. They called it a Declaration of Independence, MC. So don't fucking try and misconstrue words.
I'm not misconstruing words. The Declaration of Independence. You're the one who stood up there and said this is this is like the British, all right, and the American Revolution. It's not like that. The situation is not.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
But the principles still apply. It's
a false equivalency, and I'm fucking drunk, and I understand that.
Yeah, but it's the principles which are being applied. It isn't about the fact that it's a comparative study. It's the fact that the principles still apply. The fact that people want self-determination. And that's what the fucking document says.
Independence in a nutshell, sir.
No.
Thank you.
Yes, it is.
Just because people want to say, well, I feel oppressed, therefore I'm going to sit up there and start an independence movement to say we're going to vote and therefore we get independence regardless of the situation, all right, is nonsense.
Wait a minute.
No, what you're saying is absolutely garbage.
Yeah. Let me.
They are just saying we want self-determination. Not only do we have our own culture, we have our own language, we have our own identity. You know, we have our own history as a, you know.
And now they're going to have to. And now what's
then why don't we give Hawaii back to the?
Well, exactly. Yeah, well, no, you should give it back to the British. Actually,
I'm good with that. But that's
that does sound good, Wolfshot. However, the problem with that, there's a bunch of Asians that would try to call it their own.
Well, there's one thing.
Technically, it belongs to the Polynesians.
No, well, look at the flag. It belongs to Britain. It's got the fucking.
Well,
sorry, it's got the fucking Union Jack on the fucking flag.
In order to have and maintain independence, you have to be able to defend it. Good luck to Catalonia because they have.
Yeah, but you see, you're always thinking war.
No,
war.
But that's how a country stands on its own 2 feet. Is how it defends itself.
That is bullshit. War is the health of the state. That is how the government grows, is through war. We don't need war.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, there are so many countries right now that cannot defend themselves and get their independence.
Let me finish. It is
so get very fasty.
Judge,
now
let someone else talk.
Yeah, Dad.
Oh, because I talk like 10 seconds every 15 minutes? Yeah, no. It's my turn.
Yeah, welcome to my personal world, man.
Yeah, right.
Accused of that every fucking time.
Yeah, no.
Mad Dutch talking on his own stream. Oh my god, incredible!
I know, right?
How hideous, isn't it? Yeah, this should never happen.
Got 2 other guys or whatever.
Yeah, no, this is bullshit. All right. So
whiny cunts who, when they don't get the argument,
everybody has the right in individual. Everybody has the right to independent. And the state should fucking decree by the fucking fact that they are a king or a president or a prime minister that you can't do this or you can't do that or you must pay this tax or this one. The income tax has been unconstitutional.
Right there is a false equivalency because they have representation. This is not just a king declaring on their own. Hold on. This is not just a king in Madrid declaring on their own. Catalonia, this is what you will do or else. All right? They are part of the government. They have representation in that government.
MC, did the Spanish government not say to disband your fucking vote or we will take you over? Did they or did they not say that? So.
Yeah, they did say that. Because it comes down to why would Spain want to do that? Now, hold on. It's just an economic thing. It also goes back to their defensible borders as well. If you think that Spain has no legitimate claim here, all right, you're completely out of your mind.
Okay, MC, right? Can you imagine, right? No, I mean, working on that very same premise that you're saying. I mean, what about Scotland? With all of those criteria that you established.
What about it?
Well, I mean, would England have had the right to go in and just basically disband the Scottish Parliament and, remove all of their leaders? And
yeah, they would.
Occupy?
Yes.
Well, they did.
No, they wouldn't. You
If-
know the way they wouldn't?
Oh my
Because they
God.
actually
Whether
have.
they would or wouldn't, you were asking whether or not they have the right to do it from the defense.
Yeah, but they don't have the right to do it.
No.
In the law, they don't have
That's
the right to do it.
To say that they don't have that right, to say that Britain would not, hold on. To say
No, I'm not
Britain-
saying, no, what you're saying is,
Hold on.
could they do it?
Hold on, you
no,
want
no,
to
no,
play
no,
these
shut
cards?
up.
Talk about this.
They
We're going to talk about it right
couldn't do it.
We're going to talk whether
Why
we
would
would
they
do
do
it or wouldn't do it is immaterial. The question right now is
No, they
would
could
Britain,
do it, but would it be actually legal? And it wouldn't
yes,
be
it
legal.
would be legal because it's part
No, it
of
wouldn't.
the defense. They are part of of the group. All right, now you.
No, I'm sorry, but you're so
if
wrong.
you tell
on this
me
one.
that
you are so far wrong on this.
during the middle of World War II, all right, and said, well, we're going to allow this to happen. It's nonsense.
No, they don't actually have the legal right to do it because the legalities of Scottish independence is quite specific,
and
that's why they're semi-autonomous in the same way as Catalonia.
You're comparing.
No, I'm talking. Yeah, I'm comparing
comparing
semi-autonomous areas to
You're comparing
semi-autonomous
Scottish
areas.
independence with Catalonia's independence.
Yes,
and they're
which
not
is semi-autonomous. Well, they're semi-autonomous
don't
areas
have
with
the
semi-autonomous
same
areas.
rules and regulations. They don't.
Oh no! The thing is,
They do not fall under the same legal
Scotland-
structure as Scotland
No, would
has
you
in
listen?
England.
Scotland, would you listen rather than talk?
They have the same right.
Look, Scotland had the ability to, to rebut the British claim, in the same way as Catalonia is rebutting the Spanish claim
and
to their territory.
It's not. The legal framework of Spain is not the same as the legal framework of Great Britain.
Okay, now.
Okay. Explain to me then about the Scottish and the Anglo-Scottish agreement.
Okay, now
explain it to me.
Now I'm gonna butt in.
You don't know it, so you don't know what you fucking.
Now I'm gonna butt in right there. The fucking Catalonians have the same right as the Americans, the Irish, the fucking Scottish, and anybody else. It's called human rights, sir, and they have it.
I tell you what, enforce your human right declare yourself an independent nation, and that you're not going to pay taxes, and that you're not going to be part of your own nation, and that you're going to.
No, I'm sorry, MC. You have the right to fucking choose your government, and you have the right for representation. If that government does not give that to you, you have the right to rebel or overthrow said government.
They have
the Declaration of Independence.
To say that they don't have that is where you guys are drawing the false equivalency.
You're drawing a ridiculous analogy, which is completely irrelevant.
Why don't they
You keep talking this false equivalency bullshit. You keep pulling it out your ass every other sentence.
Out my ass. You just keep.
You're just saying that it's a false. What you think is that by saying false equivalency, somehow it gives you some kind of.
Well, first of all, Cabbage, there's two different things. You need to shut up about American independence and the difference between that and this.
Excuse me, I'm not talking about American independence. Look, hey, listen, dipshit. I'm saying that the Declaration of Independence is one of the finest documents that was ever drawn up, and it doesn't matter who adopts it. The principles and the concepts and the precepts. Right? No, shut up for a
totally
minute.
different. The situation in which it was different.
Right? The fact is that the concepts and the precepts and the way in which it was framed and what it means, right? The whole what the framework is, that can be adopted by a different country. Now, why would you think that that's an unreasonable thing to be done?
I think look at it is also why they would want to separate themselves from Spain. I think it has more to do with the economics in any ways because
Oh, it does, because Spain's going down the fucking toilet. And
it counts for 19% of Spain's total GDP.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And my contention...
They are funding their European Union contribution.
Wait a minute. You guys, I want to throw this out there. My contention would also be that the Confederate States had the same issue with the Union, where the tariff would jump their tax up to about 75 to 80%. and that's why they left. My contention would be the same that with the Confederacy and the Union is going on with Catalonia and Spain. And I will side with Catalonia every fucking time, MC. I'm sorry.
You'll side with them all you want, but unless they're willing to fight for their independence, it's going to get crushed.
It's the industrial heartland of Spain. They have a viable economy.
Yeah.
Their economy is not the point. They don't have the military, nor the defensible border.
It's military. It's always the fucking establishment with you, isn't it? Yeah, the military.
Because the military is kind of important in this case, Cabbage. I don't think you understand that yet.
Oh no! I do understand it. It's just that you over fucking make a point of it. Yeah, well, like I said, what about Scotland? Yeah, what about Scotland?
They're going to defend themselves, okay? And Spain is going to defend its rights as well. To say that Spain does not have any kind of claim there, just like in the case
I'm not saying it doesn't. No, I'm not saying that it won't make a claim, but it has to make a claim in international. Yeah,
and they're going to use military force to do it, and no one's going to stop them. No one.
Wait a minute, though.
And so what? So okay. So what you're saying is basically might is right. Oh my God, the worst fucking answer.
That's not
to any
the
question
only answer.
You're so far off base, Cabbage.
That's what you just fucking
legitimacy whatsoever, and Spain does have legitimacy as well.
Wait a minute,
right?
No, MC.
Okay.
No. You need a military force to have legitimacy.
If you want independence, you better be able to defend your independence. With having an independent nation isn't just a matter.
What you honestly think that there could be realistically?
Just a second, he was asking me a question, not you.
No, but you don't need a military might to have your own government. Greece was not a giant military might.
Declare yourself.
Wait.
Yourself and your house.
What government?
Did he just say that Greece
has not had a military might?
What I said was Greece was not a military might until Persia had an issue with the island off of Thermopylae.
Greece had always had a military.
No, it did not. You want to look up some history? Greece was fucking weak.
You want to look up some
weak, but I mean maybe weak, but it's still
they were weak. They were separated and fighting amongst themselves. They were.
What are you fucking talking about?
What am I talking about? Yeah, look up.
If you talk about history where the Greeks defeated the Persians, all right, especially if you're going to go back to
separated until Athens and Sparta unified to defeat the Persians. And
holy fuck, how is that relevant to this current situation? Not relevant.
Somebody wanted to say know about my Greek history. I have to.
So the whole point is, so going back to Catalonia.
Right now, back to the original question. If you think that you can declare yourself an independent state and say, let's say, I own this house, therefore I'm an independent state. And then you say, I'm going to defend this. I'm going to sit up there and not pay your taxes because I don't recognize your sovereignty as the United States over you. Go ahead and try. Or even in Great Britain, for that matter. If you sit up there and say, this is my house, I'm going to defend it, to say and say, I'm going to ignore you. When they come in and take you away for violating their laws, all right. Yes,
but this is the whole point. No, it's your lunacy. It's your fucking lunacy, though, MC. Right? This is the thing. Sit down, shut up, sit in a corner for a second. Right? There is going to be no war in Catalonia. It's not going to be a war.
Are you
There's going to be
kidding?
No, there won't be a war.
Are you kidding?
That's not that's not the way it works. In the same way as there wasn't a war with the independence movement, for Scotland. Okay, there is no way.
Because Scotland has the British Army.
Yeah, but that's the whole point, right? I mean, that's the same thing with Spain, right? Yeah, but that's the same thing with Spain, right? Yeah, but don't forget that. No, you're not listening because what you just said was the British Army. The British Army includes Scottish people.
Do you hear what you're saying?
Yeah, do you hear what you're saying? The British Army includes Scotland. So there is no, they're not going to fight amongst themselves, right? That's the reason they never came to fisticuffs. right? So, I mean,
Then
if
why do
Spain
we have
wants
a
to
civil war
impose
in the
itself,
United States?
it will do it.
You've
no,
had
it will
civil
be
wars in
a
Great
civil
Britain,
conflict.
several different
No,
times.
it'll end up. I guarantee you, the way it'll work out.
Wait.
This is going to end up like just like the Basque separatists, and there will be another fringe group that ends up coming out of Catalonia. That's
Okay.
the way it's going to turn out.
Well,
It's
I
going
wanna
to become
answer-
another subversive group that wants its independence, and it's just going to become the same thing as the IRA. No different. If it turns into a conflict, that's how it'll work. It's not going to be people, with their fucking tanks coming across the fields. That's not how it's going to work.
Oh, okay.
That's ludicrous
Okay.
if you think it.
You think
Okay,
so?
well, I want to answer two questions at once. So, first off, I do believe Catalonia has a right to secede. Whether you may disagree with that, fine. Do we have another story? A very good story? Yeah, sure, man. Let's talk about George Bush being a creepy old man and grabbing that woman's ass, like right in front of his wife. Let's talk about that.
Oh, Herbert Walker?
What do you mean? What's the big problem? I mean, Trump grabbed his own daughter's ass, so what's the problem?
W's daddy is a perv. I would recommend everybody look at the Franklin scandal to know he's a perv old time.
They're all pervs. I mean, why do you think they keep getting, caught out, getting blown up in, airports or something?
Yeah, you know what I thought was funny, really, was that his wife was right there next to him, and I guess she just rolled her eyes. She's like,
Okay.
whatever.
All right, guys, I'm going to tell you a story. I'm a woman in her 50s, so I've had some experience. Old men of that age, like in the 90s, how do I say this? They will deliberately do shit because they can get away with it. Because what are you gonna do? Punch great grandpa in the face, slap him in the face, scream, "What the fuck are you doing, grabbing me?" Oh my god, it's just an old man with dementia. Get over yourself, girlfriend. That's the way it's treated. I'm serious. Stay the fuck away from 90-year-old men. They're the worst.
How does anyone get out of that? You grabbed it. Like, it's not like you're enjoying grabbing a pussy.
No, but wait.
Only Harvey Weinstein was a
Cabbage. They do it because they can get away with it because no one's gonna call them out on their shit.
Yeah, but what's the pleasure in
It's a 15-year-old Streamland.
I don't want to be the bad guy.
90-year-old
but
was
how
like
can
fucking
you call them
Alzheimer.
shit? They're like 95. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna die tomorrow. I mean, come on.
Yeah, so they get a free grope. Okay, on me. Thank you very much. Go the fuck.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't understand that. There's nothing to get out of a grope.
Maybe he was just playing tag.
Brushing past a woman is not like an excitement for a man. I don't know.
It's
Women,
playing
really,
tag.
get over
Not
yourself.
brushing
Seriously,
past.
get over yourself.
That's how they played tag back in the day. You're right.
Yeah, it's just sad. If you think that, a guy really gets off just like grabbing a bit of, tit or something.
He just didn't know the rules.
I didn't say he gets off on it. I'm saying they're old enough that they're like, hell, I can get away with this shit now. I'm just saying.
No,
I've experienced it. I've experienced it.
No, I believe they can get away with it. I think you're right, and I believe that the ex-first lady rolling her eyes is a big example of that. You know what I mean? She's
Right,
like, oh god.
Because, like, if a 25-year-old grabbed me like that, I'd give him a knee in the nards. He's done. He's on the ground. I'm kicking him. He's done. But what do you get? Well, I'm assaulting a 95-year-old man? Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, there's the other aspect of how much can a 95-year-old man do to you.
Exactly. He's in a wheelchair. I can run away. I can run away.
Didn't they give some sort of excuse, like he couldn't move his arm above a certain height or something, and he's in his wheelchair?
Can't help himself.
So his hand just falls. His hand just falls about where the waist and butt is.
Yeah, because he's in a wheelchair. It just accidentally goes there.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna remember that.
He's going for their back. Sometimes it hits their bum. You know,
There's a whole bunch of 25-year-olds that just want to do some geriatric appropriation.
Read my lips, no asses.
Wait a minute. This is not Clinton we're talking about. Come on.
I'm going to get a powered wheelchair because if I'm doing this, I'm going to make it very economical.
I love that. I'm going to keep that one.
Breaking news on
save
Monday:
time to
wheelchair sales skyrocket for men between 25 and 35 years old.
We can have Wheelchair Wednesday. Yes.
Are you looking at my Amazon account again?
You got some weird shit in there, bro.
I'm just going to have a shirt that says "I'm old, I can't help it."
I'm just waiting on Bill Clinton to use that excuse.
He's already used it. Monica Lewinsky.
I did not look at I did not buy the fleshlight. I just looked at it. All right.
Yeah, sure.
All right. I'm naive.
Varieties of them.
I'm naive. Somebody explain to me. I see this written everywhere, and I'm naive. Is that like basically a reverse dildo for guys to?
It's a flashlight. You can put your penis in.
Okay, yeah, because
it's basically like a,
so it's like a dildo, but it's hollowed. But it's like a dildo, but it's hollowed out, so you can.
It's basically a vagina. It's
it's
an
made.
artificial
It's
vagina.
made for MGTOWs by MGTOWs.
Well, I could only assume in my mind what it was, and I thought, well, if I Google it, that's just another thing on my list for the.
It's literally
for the NSA to know about me.
Yeah, well, just don't be signed into your account when you do the search.
Safe search. Put on
Sign
safe
out
search
before you do that search. Or do you use start page? That'd be better.
Duck,
Control
go.
Shift N.
Yeah, duck, go. Oh, that was better.
Go with duck, go.
That's what I use.
DuckDuckGo. What's that other one? Bing or whatever.
No, don't use Bing. That's Microsoft.
Oh fuck, Microsoft.
DuckDuckGo. That's another one.
DuckDuckGo is good. That's my default.
I'm using one called, I think it's called Ecosys, which is like it runs off the Google, right? But like some of the money they make, right, goes into like plants and shit, planting plants.
Ooh, Seth came back. We have a new Seth.
Bean farming.
I miss asking Jeeves things.
Seth just he asked Jeeves. Jesus,
I miss
fuck me.
Jeeves.
That's going back some.
All right.
Oh shit! Hey guys. I don't mean to interrupt everybody's conversation, but I'm gonna say goodnight and bug out because it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning.
Good night.
Really nice. It was really nice chatting with everybody, and take care.
Okie doke. Good night.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bye.
Dip right there. Always a pleasure.
Aw, Cabby, you know.
Bye, DW.
Bye, guys.
I reckon she likes it.
All right.
Really cool.
Absolutely charming.
I have an actual.
Yeah, that's right. It's that British accent.
Yeah.
So I have an actual story.
Don't put it down to the accent. Suck it. I'm not going to be.
You're breaking up again, Mad Dodge.
Getting a little static.
Static. Well, he's presenting. That's the problem. He keeps presenting himself. Stop shoving your dick on the camera. Whatever you're doing.
Showing a dick.
Yeah. You're not a 9-year-old man.
You really do.
Yeah,
You really do
bit.
need more RAM.
Exactly.
Well, is that better?
No.
Slightly,
Yeah.
but not by much.
Whenever someone does something inappropriate, I'm just going to say, you're not a 9-year-old man.
I've still got 40 years yet. Well, not quite.
Yeah, it's coming.
He shall return.
He'll
I
be back.
prophesize it.
He'll be back with nuclear weapons.
Well, if he's not, we're all gone. So
privately funded, of course. That'd be crowdfunded.
I'm happy.
Crowdfunded nuclear weaponry. Hi.
All right.
Welcome back, Matt.
No, is that better?
Yes. Yep.
Sounds good.
Clean. Chris.
All right, good. So the story I had here was mysterious object from deep space has entered the solar system.
Oh God, not fucking Nibiru again. Don't even fucking begin with Nibiru.
I don't believe it's Nibiru.
What is that? Anime?
But all right, so as it leads off, it was first seen just a month ago. A tiny blip of light was seen to be moving through the sky, banned by Pan-STARRS 1 telescope in Hawaii. The number crunching was automatic, and the results were unusual. The object is in an odd position. It's moving very fast, and it's what appears to be somewhat extreme orbit. Extreme.
The end
not
of the
to
world
actually
is
be in
nigh.
orbit.
Yeah, go and get your sandwich board. Fuck off.
Enterprise.
Nonsense.
You better go broke women. It might be the last time.
All right,
Yeah,
so fine.
bollocks.
Yeah, no, you guys want to shout me down already? Okay.
Well, no, the thing is,
No, no.
the thing is, if that's the truth and it's going to be, you know, like Armageddon thing, there's fuck all you can do with it. What are you going to do with a planet? I mean, a meteor you might potentially intercept, right? But a planet coming in, you know, and disrupting the orbits of the planets and things like that, it's nonsense. Absolute shit. Oh, they're probably calling it the ninth planet, right? Because Pluto got downgraded.
Poor Pluto.
Yeah,
bad for
exactly. See?
What did Pluto ever do?
Exactly. What did Pluto ever do to you?
I like Pluto.
You know what it is? It's sizeism, right?
It is.
It is.
Exactly. And the thing is, it is because, you know, I mean, you've got these people who say that, you know, you can't persecute fat fucks. You know?
Yeah, it's thin shaming.
If you're not allowed to make fun of fat people, who are
exactly.
you allowed to make fun of? I'm just joking.
Very good question.
Anybody you want?
Hey, Mole.
Hey.
What's up, buddy?
Mole.
I was watching. I was like, man, I can't just walk away from this shit show. I gotta fucking.
I need a piece of this, man. Let me
Yeah,
in.
for real. I was like, oh, someone's leaving. All right, I'm getting in.
It is a catastrophe in action.
How are you guys today?
Good.
Doing good.
Yeah, you know.
It's been a really long day. Out of work.
You don't need to ask. You've heard it.
Awesome. Well, I meant in general, not just recently. So, hey, Horse, I never did ask you, what'd you end up deciding to get? Did you end up getting the stack or the new guitar?
Oh, that's been a while. I'm working on something that's top secret. Basically a guitar, yes.
Cool. The last fall?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. I found a special one, so I'll leave it at that.
I don't blame you. I'm a guitar nut, too.
Well, you managed to kill things, Mole. Well done.
High five. All right.
That's quite an achievement. We're all getting kind of weird there for a while.
Silence on the redeye stream. What's going on?
Someone's sick.
Well, my dog is obviously AWOL.
No, my wireless mouse died. I had to plug in my USB mouse. Oh. My bad.
So, Asyar, have the gays taken over Australia yet?
No, not yet. That thing's still ongoing.
Okay, I was just wondering. That's the last time I talked to you.
It's all progressive. It's progressivism.
They're still like accepting like the referendum posts. So not until November 7th that they have to be returned by. So when Dusty said like a month ago, so when Dusty Cuck
when he was talking about
that it was, that the referendum was already over like a month ago. No, it's still going. Like you can still hand them in now.
I saw something he posted on Twitter earlier about Sargon using a fake Twitter accounts to in one of his videos or something. Like, how is he supposed to know that they're fake?
Right.
When they don't specifically say, a specific parody thing.
What I didn't understand was why Cult of Dusty was making such a big deal out of something. He didn't even have a dog in that fight.
He's Dusty?
He had no dog in that fight at all. Nothing. Had nothing to do with it.
Because he's Dusty. He just likes
to point there. It's like Steve Shives. That'd be like asking why does Steve Shives do something? Just because.
Well, yeah. Well, you could ask that anyway without anything else.
Right.
You don't even need anything else.
Right. Bad but true.
He's a little bit burnt out from too many drugs.
I don't know. I think meds. I don't even think.
Yeah, I don't think it's
meds sound more his thing.
Yeah. Psychotropics. He's probably got like tardive dyskinesia and all kinds of shit.
I don't even know what that is, but it sounds cool.
Tardive dyskinesia is your body like starts developing tics from taking anti-psychotropic drugs for so long. Like you like stick your tongue out without knowing it, or you lick your lips over and over, or blink.
Dude, that sounds like a fun time.
Stuff like that. Just weird little, little Tourette.
Yeah, but they're the sort of people that you see on the bus and the tube or something.
Yeah, it's possible. Tardive dyskinesia is pretty common.
Just
like how drastic are we talking? Just tongue, or could you just like your junk has been hanging out your pants and not even know?
No, not quite that bad. It isn't like real bad like Tourette's or anything, but you do get tics. Like you might shake your head or like stick out your tongue repeatedly, or lick your lips, or blink funky, or twitch, stuff like
just
that.
Randomly masturbate in the middle of the carriage.
I've never seen that one, but anything's possible, I suppose.
Oh, I've got a tick. I'm sorry. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
If they're on psychotropics, they may be doing that anyway.
I'm sorry, I'm just old.
Maybe Bush was on psychotropic drugs.
I'm old and delusional.
Dude, if you were the ex-president and you're that old, what else you got to lose?
Right.
It's all right. Oh, that's fine, because Reagan managed to get away with
throw him in jail
with his fucking claims of being. What was it he said? That he had Alzheimer's.
Yeah, Alzheimer's or dementia.
Yeah, they were saying something about he had some sort of like not dementia, but like.
No, he had dementia.
Oh, is it dementia?
Yeah, he did have dementia.
Well, they can't really.
Amazingly, after the court,
it was after he got shot.
Back together again.
Yeah, it was after he got shot. They diagnosed it, and it got progressively worse.
Yeah, it's weird. Afterwards, he suddenly managed to get everything back together again. After the court cases.
Yeah, most doctors try not to diagnose Alzheimer's until after death, because there's no way to check until after death.
Well, somebody was saying something about him being slightly senile. So,
well, that's understandable. I mean, dementia is pretty common for older people,
Well, no. I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where, like, if he's a little senile, I mean, you can't be like, put him on the same level as Harvey Weinstein.
Right.
What do you mean Harvey Weinstein? He was just a fucking creepy old dude.
He was just an
he likes to get some pussy. Yeah, exactly. If you were in that situation, you'd probably done the same.
He was an opportunist. I guarantee that nobody said no. Like, he might have been creepy about it, but I guarantee that they all knew what they were getting themselves into.
Well, don't forget that the creepy stuff he was doing was not at the time that he is now, right? You got to remember that he was earlier on.
Right.
I mean, even fucking Henry Kissinger said that, power is the ultimate aphrodisiac.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Let's
So
just
you got a
remember
guy
that-
that's got power. So, you know, chicks are going to start dropping their panties left, right, and center in order to be,
Bush.
you know, close to that power. I mean, look at what, look at the, you know, the Playboy Mansion.
Who said
I mean,
that?
the same
Who said
thing,
that,
right?
Cabbage?
No,
It was
wait a minute.
Kissinger.
I thought it was
Henry
Gorbachev for
Kissinger.
some reason.
No, it's
No,
it's
wait,
Kissinger.
no.
I believe you. I just thought it was Gorbachev for some reason.
Well, it would be
Oh,
certainly something he could have said.
Yeah, true.
What would you say, Mad Dodge?
What I'm trying to say is what we're talking about is a dirty old man. And we've had those jokes forever. You know why? Because they're true.
Right.
He's old.
Stereotypes
He
for a
whatever
reason.
he wants. Yeah, no. My wife worked at an old folks home. She got her ass grabbed.
Right.
I mean,
I got
come
her
on.
ass kicked too.
That's almost expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're talking about dirty
And
old
don't
men.
think
The
it's just
dude
old
is
dudes.
90.
Either. Old ladies are dirty too. They hit on the
They
guys.
are.
They'll whip out a floppy sandbag.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that's a fucking hideous bag. Oh man,
They look
Now
like,
it's in your head.
they look like eggs.
that's never going away.
Yeah, that's what they look
But
like.
you know what I'm
hanging on nails.
saying? Like we're talking about a dirty old man, and we have the joke for a reason. The joke is there because it's true.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's the thing
earlier.
is, the thing that I find amazing about it is social tolerance of it, because the reason it's tolerated is because the old man we don't think of as a threat to a young, healthy woman.
Right, he's harmless.
Yeah, but don't forget, he wasn't doing it at the time now. He was doing it back in the day, right? These are people who are making claims that, you know, happened to
And as a rule, someone that works
So,
in the nursing field,
he was not, and like I said, you know, the power begets, you know, opportunity. And that's
even if the girl does complain to someone above her, chances are they're going to blow her off anyway. They'll just be like, "Oh, you know, he's old."
blow her
Well,
off.
you know what I mean. That was a bad choice of words, but ignore her claim. Sorry, that was a bad choice. That was funny. No, there's a lot about it. But yeah, their chances are they'll ignore her claims. They'll just be like, "Oh, you know, he's old. He can't help what he's doing." Blah blah blah.
Yeah, but he wasn't old back then. That's the whole point. Most of these claims are actually about the days when he wasn't old. You know, and he was always ugly and wrinkled. But I mean, he wasn't old back then. When most of these
Cabbage,
claims
does
are
that
going
mean
back
you get a free pass for being a perv?
Absolutely.
Right. He hopes anyway.
100%. Yeah. Well, you know.
All right. Well, actually,
wishful thinking.
I would like the panel's thoughts on an old story. It's really old. But that Republican congressman who was, you know, tapping his foot under the fucking bathroom stall.
Oh yeah.
Larry Craig.
Yeah. Do you think he was actually asking for homosexual sex?
Oh yeah.
Or just, you know, going to the bathroom?
I think there's no doubt in my mind that he was a closet homosexual and didn't want to come out. And that is the reason he resigned.
If he had
No,
done
but really, is that a thing? Like, you just sit in a public bathroom and tap your foot? That's a thing?
That was a thing in that bathroom in Minnesota. Apparently, it was a well-known thing between them, between homosexuals.
Well, it's tapping it in another person's stall. It's not tapping it in your own stall. It's putting it in.
Well, they were at urinals reach far enough over that they tapped the person next to them in the next urinal.
Glory hole.
Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. Let's have a glory hole. It'd be much easier. Just somebody sticks a pig through it, and then, you know, you either accept or you don't.
Now you're going to be really cautious about what you do in a bathroom now, because you don't want to be like, "Oh, better not tap my foot." It might be a secret gay code.
Right.
I tap suck my dick in Morse code.
Exactly.
Me too.
Like some guy
fucking telegraph system.
Doing,
No, get your face away from there.
Right.
Beep 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 beep.
Very specific.
And the funny thing was,
oh, that's funny.
And you guys, the funny thing really was Boston Legal came out with an episode where fucking fuck is his name? The guy from Star Trek. Fucking Shatner. Yeah, Shatner got arrested for soliciting sex in a bathroom because he was actually like going to the bathroom and just tapping his foot. Like, that's what I'm saying. Could this not be the same thing?
Right.
Yeah, well, no, hang on, right? No, right. Somebody said that he was tapping his foot and said he was trying to solicit sex. It's like, well, why would that person be able to make that claim?
Right.
If that person didn't think that that was what he was meant to be doing. I mean, how would you even make that as a claim of solicitation?
Well, Larry Craig's claim was that he just had a naturally wide stance, and that's why he wanted the other person.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, whatever. Maybe he just had a really catchy song stuck in his head.
Right.
Can you imagine that? Just sitting on the toilet, taking a shit with your iPod on, and you're just tapping your foot to the tune, and then next thing you know, you're meant
No,
to be
you're not tapping your foot. You're tapping the other guy's foot.
How do you tap somebody else's foot when
you stick your leg out to hit their leg?
Maybe he was just trying to initiate an Illuminati.
Cubicles are cubicles.
No. In the case of Larry Craig, they were at urinals.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, well, I mean, the Larry Craig thing would be fun, but I mean, you were claiming that it was.
I don't know about the word fine.
You keep saying Larry Craig. I keep thinking Daniel Craig.
James
like
Bond.
James Bond blowing someone.
The guy who did Curb Your Enthusiasm.
That's how Daniel Craig got the job as James Bond.
No,
Harvey Weinstein thing. Gotcha.
No, not to sound homophobic, but you know how pissed I'd be if I'm at a public fucking shitter. I'm taking a shit and some guy's tapping my foot. Like, I'd be.
But how does somebody tap your foot? I don't get that.
Because there's a divider, but it doesn't go all the way to the floor.
Yeah, not in America anyway.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. What? You in like fucking stalls?
Did you forget what it's like over here, Cabbage?
I guess.
You were over here when you were younger, weren't you?
Oh yeah, no, I've been over a lot.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, yeah, but I figured that you'd have developed since then.
I'm not sure how I feel if some man proposition me back.
No, we still have our ancient toilet technology.
I would imagine I would feel both flattered and pissed off at the same time.
Well, you know,
I'll go ahead and say we're like the Roman bathhouses, all right? So
if America never got their independence, we would have shitty schools.
I'm gonna have an issue. Not okay.
Maybe we're going back to Grecian times.
I've just noticed on my sports drink bottle, there's a sign, right, that says it's a 1 liter bottle, right, but it demonstrates, right, the difference between their 1 liter bottle size, right, and the 600 milliliter. I'm sorry, metrics for you people, which they've classed as wussy size sports drinks.
Wussy. Oh, they're gonna get some fucking flashback out of that. That's some good advertising.
Azjar, I love your use of like.
I like that, yeah.
Right. I mean, right. Not like.
What's the size?
I think that's the way to go these days. Use advertising that's going to offend people. Because, I mean, anything's going to offend somebody. So you get the most, you get the most coverage, right?
Well,
and people love it. I mean, especially teens.
Well, no, Cabbage, and speaking of advertising, I'd like to throw out there. I am starting a new stream next week, probably on Thursday, about 4 PST. It's going to be a debate stream. I'll be the moderator. I'll stand by and let them debate the issues. I would like everybody to come and fucking watch and throw your questions out there, because I will ask the questions from the chat. Because I will not be in the debate. I will be the moderator. So I just wanted to plug that.
I hope you moderate better than you do the redeye stream.
So
it's pretty good sometimes.
The redeye is free speech. Anybody can talk anytime. This debate will be at a time limit, and we will go person to person. I already have a different format set up, so it should be a good debate.
What's the first topic? Got one?
Should you?
It's Catalonia.
No, it will not be Catalonia. It will be. Should churches be tax exempt or should they not? Kind of a second topic. At the end.
Depends on their stance on Catalonia.
Yeah.
Are they for independence or not?
Well, taxation is theft, so.
Yeah, taxation is theft. No,
roads are theft.
Sorry.
Catalonia is theft.
Spanish seemed to think so.
Right now, I just wanted to plug my shit there for a minute.
Well, it is your channel, so you can, you know.
Oh, in that case, I also have a Streamlab. You know, you want to donate and help me get some more RAM because this computer sucks ass. I would love that. So
everyone's
donate
panhandling. What is with all this panhandling?
That's right, Cabbage.
Nothing wrong with helping your friends.
That's
no,
right.
I
If I weren't poor, I might feel inclined to do that.
I'm poor. I have no resources.
Maybe you should be panhandling.
There you go.
Liar,
yeah, but I don't. You see, because I have self-respect.
You can afford better internet. Don't give me that shit, Cabbage.
My internet's working perfectly well. It's your fucking.
Oh yeah, you just broke up there, buddy.
You did.
Oh really? Well, how's that got anything to do with me? It's your reception. It's not me.
Well, then help me out on Patreon, brother.
All right. So you're saying my internet was bad, then you're claiming that yours is bad. Now you need extra fucking money, not only just for your RAM, but for your fucking internet too.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, you little charity case, you.
See, that's why I don't do a charity. That shit right there. My friends are assholes. That's why. And Cabbage, you are my friend.
Well, I think maybe like if we did a charity stream and just type it just made the title "Ram Me," and
you got a lot of fucking hits.
Ram Me, I need donations. And then maybe we could like share it on Twitter and get just tons and tons of people.
Oh my god, that's got to be the title
Seriously,
of the next stream.
I'm not even joking. You should do it.
Just post it on Pornhub.
That would be superb. Ram me.
I'll share it in all the best places.
Just make sure you put your GoFundMe page up. With
and your Patreon.
Well, no, you need to put your GoFundMe page so that you can purchase your nuclear weapon.
Well, that's right. You know, I believe everybody should own a nuclear
crowdfunding for nuclear
I'll just be
weapons.
happy with an Apache.
You know, has anyone ever tried that?
I think you'd probably get a visit sooner or later, especially if people started actually giving you a lot of money.
One dude have like a nuclear reactor in his house.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, there was
Wait
a
a
guy who
minute,
tried to make one.
MC, do you think that NASA would come on stream with me? Wouldn't that be pretty cool? Like
they're already here.
You already got it. It's called MC. He's a rabid fucking establishmentarian.
I know, dude. I'm telling you. He's
Rabid?
One of you is
rabid. Yes, I said rabid.
Yeah, okay.
Who's the Fed?
Where's the Fed? You guys worry too much about the NSA. They're not the ones that you have to worry about.
No, it's the.
Please elaborate.
That's exactly what an NSA mole would say.
No, we wouldn't.
Fuck today, Melissa.
Good.
Fuck today.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. The NSA.
Yeah, don't worry about us. We're good.
The OSS. Fucking alphabety spaghetti. Fucking.
You don't see NSA officials arresting people.
Anyway, you don't do that anyway these days. You're fucking working on medical shit, so.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. So you got fuck all to do with the security services. So,
that's true. I don't have anything to do with it nowadays, unless
Unless they summon you all of a sudden, like you're a
that's one thing that does bother me a little bit is because of that latest thing that Trump.
Yeah, all right. You all of a sudden you're gonna get what? You really think that some guy with his military braids is gonna turn up and knock on your door and say, "We need you"?
I didn't expect the first little letter of introduction saying, "Congratulations, you're back in."
Yeah, well, wait for the braids.
Oh damn. No, that's a little harsh, Cabbage. Like,
no, it's not reality.
He was discharged, and then he got re-engaged, right?
He got and you know what a discharge is? I do a discharge every day.
Praying for that.
Healthy Bell.
Oh,
sorry, come on. I know it was a cheap shot, so
shot.
Well, at least you're not talking about like a vaginal discharge or anything, so.
Well, exactly. You see. Well, because I don't have a vagina.
That went in a weird direction.
Yeah.
I just wanted to put
Well, you see, that's the whole point.
Mine.
Because it couldn't be about
If
men.
you had a vagina,
men can't be funny. Now we have to just make it weird. Because, like women gotta be part of it.
All right. Well, I think the last topic should be lighthearted. And, all right.
Vaginas. They're always
let's hear it. How do you guys feel about Ancient Aliens?
Oh, God. Oh, please. Are you talking about that frizzy head fucker? The TV series.
At least it's not flat Earth.
You're not talking about the TV series.
That's not saying much, though, really. I think they're fake. Very, very fake.
Wait a minute. No, Mole.
What?
Mole, I would like to throw something out there.
Good.
There is something to do with the ancient past, flying machines, and all these different monuments that do lead to interpretation to believe.
I agree that it does look like it in some ways, but I think there's a natural explanation for it, is all I'm saying.
I think so, too.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, the thing is, you see, what gets me with anything to do with ancient aliens, they fly halfway across the galaxy, and then they suddenly forget how to fly their aircraft, and they keep crashing.
Right.
They suddenly become totally incompetent.
Where have they been?
They're like that one superhero couldn't figure out how to land.
First off, I don't...
Anybody remember that?
Wait a minute. First off, I don't necessarily believe in the theory. But if I were going to argue devil's advocate, I would argue that they did not crash here. They came here on purpose. They wanted a certain mineral, and they enslaved the native population.
They came over because they said, "This is the party planet, and this is where we go."
Exactly.
With a bunch of freaking religious zealots. Where's the party?
Animal House. It's Animal House.
See, no.
Do I?
Wait, Wait, let me finish. I would reach back to the Sumerians and their stories of their gods who came from certain stars.
And apparently they never crashed.
An alien.
Weird, isn't it? But they managed to start crashing in the 1950s. So
no, but but wait a minute, though.
Yeah.
You're as good as this.
Okay, so you enslaved the planet.
No, MC,
why did you release them?
Shut up.
Okay, where are you going now with this?
Such ridiculousness.
No, but you're telling me that so they
I'm
came.
Telling you anything. You're trying to tell us.
You're telling me that
apparently.
It's completely impossible. Like they would have came to one spot and just disappeared. No, they came to different.
No, I'm saying it's moronic to think that it happened in the first place.
What really happened was they came here and then they found out that they're allergic to water.
Oh God! That was the worst premise for a movie ever. Fucking stupid. Damn you, M. Night Shyamalan. What are you thinking?
Okay, fair enough. But my contention would be, if it was true, the Adam and Eve story, the Great Flood, all that shit would make sense. Would it not? Does it make sense to you? Hey, Paul.
This is what makes sense. Well, you're nonsense.
No, wait a minute. No, wait a minute.
Distraction.
Mole. you're in here. You don't believe in God. I'm an atheist also. Now, if they were going to have a fucking living God, don't you think somebody that not crash landed, but landed here and enslaved a population
No,
like
that's the whole point. Though. All you're doing is replacing. I mean, I'm an atheist too, but all you're doing is replacing God with aliens.
I do agree.
You're just making a different thing.
I do agree that if there was a super civilized advanced technology and they came to Earth, then yes, we probably would see them as godlike. But
guys, what really happened is they came here thousands of years ago in their pyramid ships.
Yeah, right.
Okay, you know what? I love Stargate too. I was watching SG-1 earlier today, but that's not my point.
Oh, well, you guys check out this film if you like that.
No, my point is, ancient Samaria literally dictates what happened and what Stargate came from. How are you just gonna blow that off? Oh,
I'm not saying Transformers, but Transformers.
No, but how are you gonna go? Oh, you know what I mean?
There's a lot of stuff we don't.
You can only go, oh, they're stupid for so many times.
There you go, guys.
You got
check out that movie.
Yeah,
check out that film. You can find it on YouTube. I promise you won't be disappointed. It matches
If
up with
aliens
this
did
kind of
turn up,
lunacy.
if they did turn up, people would most likely see them as some kinds of gods.
Yeah, they definitely.
If I know anything about people, if
they wouldn't see them as gods. They just see them as. I mean, no. If aliens turned up now, they just see them as aliens. I mean, that's the whole point, right?
Well, now, they would, because they have a little more understanding. But 3,000, 5,000 years ago, they wouldn't have no other way but look at them as gods because they're superstitious. They didn't know about.
Yeah, that's true. But like, if it was back then and they were doing this stuff, well, why all of a sudden in the 1950s can't they, fucking fly a saucer?
I'm not saying the real. I'm just saying.
I'm not talking about the 1950s. I'm saying back in the day, Samaria might have been telling the truth. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Up from there, we'd all be fucking storytelling and wives' sales. I'm saying Samaria.
I know who you're talking about.
Sounds like a huge waste of time on their part.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
what
say
was the guy who did all this shit? Like the exact opposite of Carl Sagan. Carl Sagan was looking at science. There was the other guy. What the fuck was his name? Who was doing the Chariot of the Gods.
Von Braun.
What was his name?
Von Braun or Von something. Yeah.
No,
exactly. It was. Anyway, Chariot of the Gods, that guy. I mean, he was the one who fucking permeated all this bullshit in the first place.
And how is it bullshit? He did a lot of.
Well, it's bullshit because he made it up. That's the reason it's bullshit. No, he just misinterpreted things, and Carl Sagan actually tried to, point out the fucking, factual inaccuracies.
Well, people, I mean, throughout when you talk about archaeology and things like that,
it was Eric von Daniken. Is that who you're talking about?
That's it, Von Daniken. Yeah,
I think
he was a fucking lunatic.
Work, Cabbage.
He was a fucking lunatic, mate.
No. I don't think so.
No, he tried to find something in anything. It didn't matter what it was. If he saw, a slight change in his scrotum.
No, you know what, Mad Dodge? I might actually know someone who knows someone who could get him on your stream if you ever wanted to.
Well, Van Daniken, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Well, okay, maybe not him, but
yeah. You're gonna no, maybe not him. Right, we're gonna do.
I have all kinds of hookups with people like
seance.
If you've seen the new Broadway live show where they do like tarot cards, well, they were trying to summon Karl Marx. Yeah. So if we can get in contact with them, then maybe they can contact the guy.
No, I just know a guy who runs a conspiracy podcast that knows all these people and interviews them all the time.
Yeah, I know people on Paranormal Radio. I can get you in touch with them if you want.
I want this to get out there. I would love Crazy Hair from fucking History Channel to come on my stream. I would talk ancient aliens all day with Crazy Hair.
Are you talking about that weird dude?
Come on, crazy hair. You know
Anybody
what?
that talks about ancient aliens is going to be a weird dude, aren't they?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, pretty much. It doesn't really.
No, but come on, crazy hair. You know
Yeah,
what?
we know who you're talking about. Aliens. I'm not saying aliens, but aliens.
And it's a de facto status, isn't it? You know.
But no, I'm not saying I believe them. I'm saying
I'm not saying I believe it, but you know,
But
hey, there's something to it.
No, but
just messing with you, dude.
you know what though? Samaria. Come on.
Oh, you know, what about Samaria? What the fuck's that got to do with anything?
What about
You know,
Samaria?
there's plenty of
What
other
about
places on the entire planet. Well, what about Chile? What about, you know, the
They're actually
Amazonian region?
way older
What
than
about this and
Samaria.
that?
So
yeah.
Plenty of
What
other
about
areas.
them? What about
Exactly, and like I said, Eric von Daniken has been made to look like an absolute arse.
Well, once again, one of the
here's
things that happened
another
way
mind
back-
fuck. There's actually a 500-year-old map of Antarctica.
No, well, that's a
yeah,
claim,
there
it
is,
doesn't.
and I
Yeah, but
totally
that was
know what
done.
you're
Yeah, that was the Vikings as they were heading across.
The
no, it wasn't. It was not. It was written by I think it was.
It was maps. Copies of
Vikings.
maps.
No, the Vikings are the ones who went over to Greenland.
Yeah, but that's not the Antarctic.
Talk to you next time.
That's the Arctic.
Yeah, no. What we're talking about is
the landscape before the ice went around Antarctica.
Correct. There is a.
Yeah. That's why they called it Greenland.
It's not what.
No.
Maps of the sea.
I know. I'm joking. That wasn't really the reason. It was an ironic.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I know exactly what she's talking about. Yeah, that map does exist, and it maps out Antarctica to the full extent.
Well,
as-
the problem with it is that it's impossible to authenticate it.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing
we
is,
don't know how much ice versus how much land is actually there.
Exactly, and the thing is that the ice shelves, move all the time. If you took a fucking satellite image of the ice as it stands now, and then did it in 5 years,
the actual
time, it would be totally
of
different.
the actual map that they claimed.
Yeah.
The actual one that they claim they can't. There's no
I mean,
way to
they
date
can't date it. You can't carbon date it. There's no way you can carbon date.
I don't
something.
give a
You can't
shit,
carbon
dude.
date something, but in 500 years.
They were labeling fucking.
You'll believe any old shit, won't you, man?
the reason that's important, Mad Dodge, is simply because it could just as well be a forgery, just a really good one. So
Yeah, but
you can't authenticate it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but from what time? Because we couldn't map the mountains in Antarctica until we had satellite technology. And this map came forward before then.
Yeah.
So how exactly are you saying they forged this?
I'm not saying that it isn't.
They could have done it with like what's that stuff called where they I can't think of the name of it right now. Like surveying equipment, and that's very accurate, you know.
Oh, okay. So Mole,
There's actually navigational stuff found really old.
They went to Antarctica, and they surveyed the glaciers. And
It
somehow
is improbable. I'll give you that. It is fucking improbable. It's ice cold.
Yeah.
It's improbable. Yes.
I hate to sound like Stags right now,
Yeah,
but
it is improbable.
That's bullshit.
You're right. It is improbable. I'll give you that much.
Well, it's a difference between improbable versus impossible. That's the problem.
Right. It's not impossible.
Okay, you
It's
can't.
improbable.
No, but you can't survey. You can't survey that amount of landmass to that much detail in the time that
it
map
matches the landmass actually perfectly.
No, I agree.
It did.
I agree that it's an interesting question as to what it is and how it came to be. It would be interesting if we could find out, especially because they said it was a replica of an actual map or of another map.
It is. It's replicas.
And we would like. I mean, that's what would really be interesting is if you could find the actual map that this was replicating.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. You know, I don't think you need aliens to to explain it. Though.
I just think
all you need is cartographers.
Yeah.
Somebody with a sextant and
I mean, there's a lot of questions about what the Earth was like and things. Like that's one of the things about like with the Mayan civilization.
Well, just look at civilization come and go.
Yeah.
There could have been great civilizations before we think they are.
Correct.
Oh, come on. Oh, please. We're going down to Hollow Earth now. Jesus.
No, we're not going to Hollow Earth. Don't put things in my mouth.
You would
there are
love me to put something in your mouth.
Questions about the Sphinx and how old the Sphinx actually is, and so forth.
Well, yeah, the 10,000 year thing, because of the water erosion and everything else.
Right. Which nobody knows how accurate that is, because unfortunately no one was around and there is no written record.
Exactly. And the fact is that you have periods of time where there are environmental changes. Maybe a volcano erupted somewhere and it caused the climatic change. So there was an awful lot of sulfurous material in the atmosphere which caused that. It didn't have to happen. They claim that if it was just water, then it would have taken however many years to erode it. But what if it was sulfurous? What if it was actually acid rain? It'd be a lot simpler.
I mean, there's a lot
of things. Sandstone. It's only sandstone after all.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of questions about what could happen.
So, it's all.
You guys know anything? You guys know anything about Göbekli Tepe?
A little bit.
Oh, Tepe.
It's what they say it's the oldest civilization they found. Like they dated it right around 12,000 years old, but they didn't find any
12,000 BC.
Yeah, they didn't, but they didn't find anything that proved that they lived there. They proved that they were still hunter-gatherers at that time, so they can't figure out how they came together and built that complex of a.
Yeah, it's all the bricks and the blocks. I mean, again,
it's some pretty interesting carvings and stuff.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's funky. I mean, so at the Stonehenge and
I think it's way older than Stonehenge.
It definitely changes archaeology or flips archaeology on its head.
Yeah.
Well, it would if it actually made any sense.
Considering that it's 5,000-6,000 years before that they thought that civilization was even around.
Yeah. Maybe they all got sick and died.
Well, no. So look at
mass extinction of a human population due to disease.
It only takes one blight.
It's about, look at he's driving like fucking like Cabbage was saying. They cause their own ecological disaster.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could be something like that, or maybe a disease like the Black Plague or something.
Yeah. Could have been.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that can. I mean,
could have been a number of things.
Exactly.
What is that tribe that still lives in the Bay of Bengal that has had no contact with outsiders to this day?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember their name.
Well, have they been quarantined or something? How the fuck?
Yeah, they
haven't been quarantined. Just that every time someone tries to contact them, they get pretty much killed.
Well, people that have landed there have gotten killed, but there's also I don't know who's I think it's Indonesia owns the water territory.
Yeah.
They basically put a quarantine around it to tell people.
Or Bangladesh, maybe, or India. One of them.
Yeah, one of them. I don't know which. I'm not sure which country it was.
It's one of them.
I'm pretty sure it's India. I've watched. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's India.
Okay, Cabbage. You know how the Brits?
India.
Do like how the Brits used to kidnap like tribe members and then take them to London and show them a good time, and then bring them back to like kind of win over the islanders.
No, they didn't do
well,
that.
they did that with these people, but the people they kidnapped died, so that soured it right away. So they've never had good luck since then.
No, they didn't. Yeah, but they didn't tend to do that.
Well, you know what I mean? Like they would sit like the Maharaj would send their children to Oxford and Eton and all that and raise them British. so they're easier to keep in line. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's people who were brought over. I mean, like Pocahontas was brought over. Pocahontas was given a state recognition as a princess.
I'm talking about back in the colonial days, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, when are you talking about then? Because it was not colonial days.
Well,
I mean, if you're talking about Bengal or somewhere like that,
I'm talking about,
colonial.
like the 17, 18, like Victorian times.
You're talking bollocks.
No, I'm not.
Well, you must be.
Okay.
So if you're saying not colonial, but then you're saying Victorian times. Well, that was the height of the colonial period.
Yeah, I said it was colonial times. I didn't say it wasn't.
You did.
If I did,
maybe you
misspoke. Maybe I misspoke. That's what I meant, though.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Like I said, we never pulled people across and, that was a weird thing. And then you suddenly turned it into sultans for some reason. I don't understand where that came from.
No, I'm saying that was
all interesting.
It was a way to win over the islanders without shedding blood. They would kidnap a few, show them how well how civilized they were, bring them back, and then they would say, "Hey, these people aren't bad. They treated me well, they fed me well, blah blah blah." I'm sure it didn't work all the time.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it does make
propaganda.
sense. Yeah, it does make sense. So.
No, well, it was basically propaganda. Yeah, that did happen in terms of, but it wasn't about the fact that it was done intentionally. It was just, bring people, people came over because they were invited, as leaders of the countries, like sultans and, like I said, like Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Pocahontas got, a state reception. She was received as an equivalent of a princess.
Well, yeah. It kind of seems to me.
So it wasn't like it was being disrespectful or anything.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Well, no, what I would say is like a Roman triumph, where they marched them in and said, "Yeah, we civilized these people."
In a Roman triumph, they freaking marched them in chains, dude.
Yeah, exactly. They were in fucking cages.
But the modern equivalent.
Pocahontas didn't get dragged through, Berkeley Square in a fucking cage.
How did William Wallace do?
Shame.
How did William Wallace do?
Sorry.
William Wallace. It was a long time before that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it was. Now,
William Wallace? You don't even know what fucking happened.
At about 3 hours. That's about the time of the red eye. You guys have any last thoughts? And we'll wrap it up.
You're full of shit. That's my last thought.
There's always Cabbage's last thought.
I'll probably be streaming sometime tomorrow or maybe Sunday. I haven't quite decided.
Cool.
But I've got some stuff and things to talk about. So
sounds like fun.
I'll post it up on Twitter. Everybody should follow me on Twitter at A Very Dead Horse.
Never.
Oh yeah, I'll probably be streaming tomorrow at 10 o'clock too. So
10 o'clock Eastern, Central, what? Western?
Eastern.
AM, PM.
PM.
What are you gonna be moaning about?
Oh, nothing. Just taking the piss out of people.
Sounds like our everyday stream then.
Yeah.
So our everyday stream.
Kind of like specialize at first, but then
Naomi's talking shit. She's gonna BTFO fucking Nightmare Fuel. Exactly what she's gonna do.
I'm gonna savage his asshole.
Oh yeah.
Like, seriously,
BTFO.
And then
she talking shit.
Melissa put me on blast, right?
That's funny.
She was like, "Bitch, cut to the chase." But yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, sounds cool.
It's gonna be fun.
It's all good.
I'm gonna be doing erotic readings too.
Wow. That's always
actually I got a shiver up my spine then.
I'm sure you do, Kevin.
Yeah.
But thank you, everybody. This has been the Red Eye stream. Number 42 already. Holy shit!
You didn't have any control over it whatsoever. It went completely
I don't have any
pear-shaped.
control over the Red Eye. That's why I'm gonna plug my new show.
It was a cluster.
Yeah, shut up, Cabbage. My new show is coming up next week without Cabbage, so you won't have any interruption. We will be doing a pure debate.
Whiny bitches.
I have 3 panelists, and the first week will only be them and me as a moderator. After that, we will have a guest every week. We'll have a different debate topic, and it'll only be about an hour long and controlled. It should be fun.
And I'll never be invited.
You will be invited.
No, fuck you. No, you slurred me. Never shall I cross your doorstep again.
Yeah. Oh, fuck you.
Such love in this room.
Now that plug is over, I have signed up to Streamlabs. If you ever want to donate to the Red Eye stream and help me out, go ahead and donate there. I have a PayPal as well and a Patreon. So thank you, everybody. Have a good night and good luck.